gentlemen, welcome back to the Lucca Comics and Gaming Convention. We're bringing you an Overwatch tournament here, a little fun Overwatch tournament during, well, this wonderful, wonderful convention here in Lucca, Italy, a beautiful Tuscany region of the country. We brought 8 pros out to this event. We've given them teams made up from people from the show floor, and a number of them have actually been playing very, very well. I am your first caster for today. I am Josh, one amongst many Pemberton. Let's say hello, and that is Max, totally futile Berzin, here joining me today.
Yes, hello, hello. Oh, it's been a fantastic day. The last game in particular was a hell of a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, I highly suggest you go back and check out the VOD. That was Too Easy versus a Carnifex. In fact, turn off now because you don't want to know who wins, because of course you're about to find out who wins because we're about to go to our final. So switch it off, go back, watch that VOD, and then you can watch this VOD later because that game was absolutely incredible.
Well, there is your spoiler warning. That's as we go to the main stage here in this cathedral of gaming. We're literally playing in a beautiful Renaissance era church. We can see Vonethil there at the back approaching the stage with his team. He is our first finalist for today. Joining him on that stage, of course, very soon will be Carnifex with the rest of his team also. So Carnifex going up against Vonethil's team going forward here at this tournament. It's been absolutely beautiful today. It's been very, very impressive games. Lots of close matches. I've really enjoyed myself. I hope you guys watching it have too.
I have definitely had a huge amount of fun. And did I see most of Vonethil's team there all sporting Fnatic jerseys?
Oh, wow.
Now, not all of them, but Vonethil himself is a Lucio main for Fnatic. Although today he has not played any Lucio, but that is understandable. But yeah, it looked like his team was sporting jerseys. I don't know if they're just Fnatic fans and they happen to have them, or if that is something that Vonethil's brought with him. I'll definitely have to check that out with him at the end of today's show.
That would be super nice of him. I mean, it would be nice to get one of those jerseys myself if he has brought a bunch of them. I might see if I can get one for myself, as I'm a big fan of Fnatic's team. Of course, they've recently got through a couple of roster changes, but I'm still a big fan of them, and they have a lot of potential in the pro scene.
Fnatic's always been one of my favorite esports organizations, right from when I first started getting into esports, right when I started watching StarCraft 2 about 5 years ago. There was a Barcraft in London that we used to regularly go to, and Fnatic used to buy around for the fans. They used to put some money behind the bar, and they used to buy around to say, hey guys, we're an esports organization. Here's a beer. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
That's absolutely wonderful. Now, you might be wondering, well, you're seeing this man on the stage, our beautiful host, and there are the 2 Italian casters, of course. We can't bring you that audio. We are the secondary stream here, technically, so we're going to jump to our camera over here. Hello, once again, joining us on the English casting desk. We can't bring you, unfortunately, the audio feed from the stage, because most of it's in Italian anyway. I certainly don't understand Italian. Every time I've tried to speak it, Twitch chat has groaned at me because my Italian.
You can't roll your R's. That's the problem. You've got to roll the R. That kind of. Wow.
Ooh, oh wow.
Okay,
Steady.
not that kind of show. Not that kind of show. I do apologize.
Yeah, we've definitely been having a good time here at Lucca. We should be getting started with the final in about 5 minutes, I imagine, and we will be rolling forward with that. I can't wait for it. It looks like, yeah, we got a bracket on screen right now. So this is how the semi-final went, with Vonethil going up against Numnocked for the second time. We've been running these tournaments once every single day that the convention has been running. So we ran it yesterday. Yesterday, Vonethil went to the final there, but actually went down to Cypher, who got himself a really nice team. So Vonethil looking to claim the top spot this time. He does not want to be second place twice in a row. And of course, on the other side of the bracket, we had Too Easy versus Carnifex. Carnifex making his stamp here for the Italian home crowd.
Of course, Carnifex is here playing for all the boys here in Italy, because this is where we are and this is where he's from. So, of course, he is going to be the crowd favorite going into this game. But Vonethil has been a force to be reckoned with all tournament long and all day yesterday as well, bringing out the Roadhog, landing the dirtiest hooks you've ever seen. Oh my god, they're sneaking around one corner, around another corner, somehow getting around a third corner and picking people out from almost nowhere, and he's been consistently hitting those kind of hooks, and it's been really fun to watch.
Absolutely. Now, both of these teams were meant to have a draft between every single advancement. So between the quarterfinals and the semifinals, we had a redraft of the teams, so teams can actually select what players they want. Vonethil, though, opted to bring back all of the players he played with in the quarterfinals, and that worked out really well for him. From what I understand as well, he's basically tried to redraft the same team. I think he actually went to try to talk to Carnifex and say, hey, are you happy with your team? Because I'm happy with mine, so let's stick with the same teams. And honestly, Carnifex's team was also really solid, so this should be a great matchup.
Oh, definitely. Some really great standout players on Carnifex's team. Carnifex had Fighter, if I remember rightly. Did he have Fighter? Carnifex had Fighter, an amazing player, and he also had Crystal Gecko, which had
Yes,
some amazing plays on Reaper in the last game. So if he sticks with his team, he might have been very happy to do so. We'll have to see what happens in just a little bit.
And I can't stop talking about it, but I love this venue, the Church of Gaming, the Church of Overwatch. What a fine place to be playing, and a little bit of an Overwatch tournament. The crowd here has also been absolutely wonderful. The Italian fans coming out in a big crowd today, filling all of the very comfortable seating actually that's been provided for them. It's not like an old church pew that I'm used to, which is made out of wood. No, they have nice upholstered seating for them.
I was very impressed when I got here. Normally, both things that you would normally expect out of a church, like you said, those hard wooden pews, or out of some kind of arena event, hard plastic fold-away seating. No, these guys have got full-on cushioned and upholstered chairs to sit on. Very, very comfortable.
Yeah, they're looking good at the moment. And I can't wait for this game to get started. We should be going fairly soon. It looks like players are just talking to each other, getting set up, getting ready to go. I think they're just warming up. I can see just about, Max has a better view, I think, from his sitting. I think they're actually checking out the career profile of the rival team.
They are.
That's just about what I can see.
But this is a common thing to do. This is what you do. You know you get into that solo queue game. You open up the menu. You go to social. You go to group. You start looking at the players on your team. You start looking at the players on the enemy team, getting an idea of what they like to play and what they like to do, and possibly looking at their stats a little bit, see how they perform. And these guys are doing the exact same thing. In fact, a lot of people all day long have been describing this like a solo queue tournament, and it kind of is. Although now that we've got to the final, these teams have been drafted. They've been distilled down to probably only the best players left, and it has led to some incredible games. I was saying at the end of the last game, it's been amazing to watch this tournament progress today, because with every game, the plays and the skills shown have gotten better and better, and hopefully that's going to carry through to the final here.
Yeah, absolutely. The skills definitely been rising as we've been going forward. And the thing that Vonethil was saying, for example, was that he got really lucky with his team at the start of the day, that most of them are at least in Diamond rank, at the very least in Diamond rank. So he's feeling pretty confident about it. They understand the game enough to basically follow his instructions, to follow his lead and set up with him. He's got some really solid players with him. But that said, Carnifex might have a slight advantage here, being an Italian native, able to speak to the Italian convention goers here, and might have a slight edge there as he's able to convince his team a little bit more.
Definitely, although Vonethil has said one of the reasons that he's kept this team right from the start, so these were randomly drafted to him at the start of the day, and he wanted to make sure that he held on to them for the semi-final and possibly for the final here. We will confirm that when we get into the game and we see the names that are there. He has wanted to hold on to them for one big reason, and that was because they were communicating so well, and it looks like we're going into game number 1 on King's Row.
Absolutely wonderful map. Has been called several times the Dust 2 of Overwatch, because it has become the professional standard for a long, long time. Pretty much every team practices the hell out of this. Now, we will have this little introduction video to King's Row, just because everyone attending the Games and Comics convention might not be necessarily completely familiar with Overwatch. So this is just to get them clued up. But for those of you in Twitch chat land, I am sure you guys know exactly what's happening. But King's Row, very interesting map from a competitive standpoint. Very interesting to see how teams divide each other up. May, for example, a very big pick on this map.
Oh, definitely. I would not be surprised if we see May from the defensive side right on objective A, although they will likely switch off of her if they do lose the first objective. Although I have seen teams hold on to her for the streets phase, although it is a little bit more unusual.
And as far as I'm aware, Vonethil's team doesn't have a true May player. I was talking to Vonethil after his games, doing a little bit of the downtime, and he said that he enjoyed playing May, but he's absolutely terrible at it. He's convinced that he's an awful, awful May, even though he managed to isolate Numlock several times, sort of caught him out with that wall there and set him up for the rest of the team. He feels that he can't land the right clicks quite enough, but I'm going to be curious to see if he brings May out here. Very pivotal for the defensive lineup. Also, just a very good map for what we've been seeing a lot of today, which is the Beyblade comp, the Ana plus Reaper combo. Of course, the Nano Boost goes onto the Reaper. Reaper charges in at high speed, death blossoms and kills absolutely everyone around him with 300 DPS. It's almost impossible to stop.
Definitely. It is something that is a contention point for the community at the moment, because there is such little counterplay available for it, and that is why we currently have on the PTR some big changes for Ana, removing that speed boost from the ultimate, making it a little bit more difficult for people like Reinhardt and Reaper to be quite as devastating as they are at the moment.
I know I've been practicing changing up my hero picks for ranked games, just because Ana might be a little bit less viable, and Ana's basically been carrying me into Masters so far, so that's felt pretty good for us. But we will be joining the game so far. Every single time we've gone to this screen, we've just gone straight into the map. So there we are. We can see the teams getting ready to defend. It looks like on Vonethil's team, let's go through the defensive lineup and see what they have. They have Vonethil back on the Roadhog. He's been so strong with that. He played it all yesterday. He's played it most of today and done such a lot of good with that. Merciless on the Ana. Gianpi97 on the Lucio. Dalasar on the Reaper, been a very solid player as well. Vins on the Reinhardt, very aggressive so far today as well. And Jibber on the Zarya.
Yes, and from the attacking team from Carnifex's side in the red, and I can confirm the teams have remained the same. These are the exact same teams that they've been playing with so far today. We have Tartex on the Ana, Put on the Lucio, Crystal Gecko on the Roadhog, Carnifex on the Reaper, Dynamo on the Reinhardt, and Fighter on the Zarya.
Yeah, the gates have opened. The teams are starting to poke back and forth with each other. We see a fairly standard defensive position here, but what can Vonethil find with the hooks? He's been so good at just sniping people out. He's been curving the hook around corners, it feels. So for today, finds Fighter immediately. That could be a real big loss for the team. Fighter's been so solid so far today. He's been a real big part of Carnifex's success. He's basically an Italian semi-pro, and again he catches Carnifex. Carnifex dropping dangerously low there, has to run towards the last health. Can he get it? Yes, he can. He doesn't get deleted by that right click there. A lot of damage going back and forth. Finds the Ana. Tartex going down. Doesn't quite get killed by the left click, of course, but Reinhardt's just there to finish him off. Roadhog hooks him in, but the Roadhog with the hooks first often loses. Vonethil retreating wisely, going to go back, heal up. Has to be careful. He doesn't get gunned down by Carnifex. Carnifex dodges the shot using the Wraith Bomb. Vonethil staying alive, but finally goes down as Fighter respawns and rejoins the fight.
Wow, very, very scrappy here. Very to and fro, although the offensive team here on the attacking side have got the advantage with the closer spawn room.
Oh, Vince, that's a beautiful charge there. Catches the enemy Roadhog. He's ready to go with a hammer down. Catches one person on the side there, so should be able to get a lot of good damage out here for his team. Putt has to wisely back off. Crystal Gecko trying to go in for the... not Crystal Gecko, sorry, Dynamo going in for the charge. Gets counter-charged by Vince. Vince's charges have been so good today, and Dalasar getting in from the side. Here comes Vonethil as well. There's Soundbarrow just keeping his team alive, and I think the defense is doing real well for itself right now. Dalasar dropping the AoE. Doesn't quite get anything from the back of that Death Blossom, but they bought themselves enough time and enough space to really push Carnifex's team back into the back alley. Vonethil almost gets Carnifex, but no! Carnifex takes him out. Wraith falls away. Can he survive too much longer? There is health back up there for him. He will pick it up, go to half health, but he's still alive. He's still running away. They're still getting kills.
Definitely still getting kills. Dalasar a little bit timid there. I think he should have been pushing really hard onto Carnifex. Even with the small health pack, he still had a major health advantage. Although this fight is just going on and on and on.
Vince with the nano boost there. It's just run out. Doesn't quite hit the Roadhog there with the charge, unfortunately for him. And looking at Carnifex's team lineup, they have so many ultimates available. I imagine they're going to be looking to get that nano boost onto Carnifex, get him ultimating on the point and dealing so much damage. I think Vonethil might have just had his ult just sneakily countered there as well. There goes Carnifex, though, gets a double kill there with the nano boost on that Reaper. Damage coming out with the Death Blossom, gets himself a triple kill as well. I think he secured it for himself here on the first point in King's Row.
And there it was, that ticking time bomb, that Beyblade just waiting to go off. As soon as they had it available, as soon as they had the Death Blossom and the nano boost, there was nothing they could do to stop it. As we said, it's very little counterplay to those combinations, although there is some things the defending team could have done to stop it.
Yeah, Vonethil actually changing himself up right now, going onto that maid. That's one of the few things that you can really use to try and slow down this comp. But Carnifex in a good position here in the bookstore, just trying to go around the flank, deal what damage he can. Vonethil moving in to spam away with those right clicks on the maid. He was sort of asking for advice to hit those right clicks earlier as well. It was great to see him sort of talking to some of his other pros, looking for ways to sort of refine his Mei play already. Carnifex getting himself an early kill. There is no Reinhardt barrier there. Everyone caught up in the middle there. Almost gets obliterated by the Crystal Gecko's whole hog there, but everyone gets knocked down. Dynamo doing so well for himself. Fighter picks himself up a triple kill, and this is looking really good for Carnifex right now, just pushing that payload forward.
Yeah, absolutely amazing there. Great play from Fighter. I think that was a quadra kill in the end. He managed to take that up to absolutely decimating the enemy team and keeping this payload rolling forwards. If you're Vonethil right now, what are you going to be doing?
Hoping, basically, I think. I'm trying to set up just some kind of combo. They will have the Blizzard ready for the next fight. Combining it with Gibber's Graviton Surge could be absolutely huge for them. Meanwhile, Carnifex trying to set up, that's a bit of a risky teleport. Could have got sniped out there, maybe if Mei was in position to do so, but they're going to want to contest this point here right now. There goes the Graviton Surge, catches 3-4 people in it. There's the Blizzard just freezing everyone up. Everyone is going to be stuck in it. This should be easy cleanup for his team. Fighter dropping so low. Down goes everyone. Vonethil's team absolutely securing tons and tons of kills. Carnifex has his ultimate. I imagine he's not going to use it. No, he doesn't want to waste it. And Vonethil gets some kills. I think he's a little bit frustrated there, just like swinging his camera around a little bit excitedly. I think he's just happy and relieved to actually be taking it back and getting some momentum for himself.
Definitely, and you called it, and then it happened. They went with the Graviton Surge into the Blizzard, and it absolutely destroyed the team. The only thing is now, of course, they do not have those ultimates available for that next push, and Carnifex is probably going to be able to push onto this checkpoint. They have 4 ults available now, and Fighter's going to have a Graviton Surge pretty soon too.
Absolutely, they've got to be so careful that Carnifex just doesn't come in and kill absolutely everything. And Nanoboost actually goes onto the Reinhardt, and the Maywall just actually stops that coming through. Carnifex though does come in with the Death Blossom. In the meantime, Dalasar has gone into the back line, got himself a triple kill as well. So Vonethil's team just holding on at the line here, right at the end of the second checkpoint. Beautiful hold there out of his team.
Absolutely amazing there. I said it, and they did the complete opposite. Of course they did. That was bound to happen. This is one of those points that when you're attacking the side, this is a very, very frustrating point to be in. This is the furthest point from the spawn you can possibly be, and it can be very difficult to start getting momentum again just to get you those last few centimeters.
Exactly, and one interesting thing from that last fight as well was Merciless didn't actually use anything, any of that nano boost. So now everyone's been caught off, split off in half. There goes the Graviton Surge, catches a lot of people. Sound barriers there, keeping it up. None of the DPS managed to get through. I can hear the nano boost going off. I'm curious to see where that has gone. As Fighters in the back line just dueling back and forth as well. It looks like it actually went on the Lucio. Oh no, Lucio, you've done it again. You've jumped in front of Anna and you've stolen a nano boost away. That might be the death knell for this team. They might have really needed that on some of the DPS. Because of course Lucio doesn't really hurt people. Dalasar putting the team on his back, getting that damage out there, getting the kills that the team needs. And I think it might have done it, especially with Vonethil walling off half of Carnifex's side.
Yeah, Dalasar steps up and says, do you know what, Carnifex, I'm just as good as you are. I don't care if I'm just somebody off the show floor and you're a pro. I can do it, and I can even do it better. One thing we haven't talked about yet that I'd like to bring up is that we do have an offensive Mei.
Oh man, I love seeing offensive Mei, especially on this point where everything is so narrow. The thing with King's Row is all the streets are really narrow, just like real London. Vins, oh my lord, these charges out of Vins have been on point, and he's managed to isolate Carnifex, got rid of him. Nice and quickly there. We see Vonethil putting out the Blizzard as well, I think, judging from the AoE cam. Actually, that might have been the other side's Mei putting out that Blizzard.
It's very difficult
to see. It's very, very difficult to tell from the spectator camera. It's one of the things that I wish Blizzard would just improve on a little bit. Gibber actually manages to get the Graviton Surge out, catches a lot of people, but there's the offensive Mei wall coming out as well, just stopping that damage following through. It might be too little too late. There's a Graviton Surge, catches a lot of people. Reinhardt though with a beautiful, beautiful Earthshatter, just stopping a lot of damage. Crystal Gecko has to be careful to get out of there. Carnifex coming in with a huge ultimate as well, but can Dalasar do the same? No, he's getting walled off. He can't find the damage targets, it looks like, and it looks like Carnifex will be able to push this point all the way to the end.
Well, unfortunately, Dalasar, maybe you can't quite measure up to Carnifex. Pushing that Q right into that Reinhardt barrier, I suppose it was a bit of a desperation play there, and maybe it could have worked, but unfortunately, Vins was there. He knew what to do. He knew all he had to do was press that right mouse button, and they're going to get this second checkpoint.
Actually, Zarya managed to get in there and stalls it for a little bit longer. They're just trying to buy even more time. Trace actually managed to get to the point as well. They might be trying to contest this, but no, Vonethil wisely deciding to back off. It's too little too late. Rather than trying to sort of stagger in and contest it, well, this is where the true Dark Souls begins, to be honest, on King's Row. This is so difficult to push into. It's so hard to actually advance forward here if you start losing momentum. This is where we see most teams actually hold. And Dalasar already in a really solid position. Unfortunately, he doesn't have an ultimate of his own. He's actually started spamming away, so the enemy team knows where he is, but I don't think they have anyone to get up there and actually remove him. And oh my lord, that charge was absolutely beautiful from Vins.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. That's going to be what the defense needs to move on to this point and start pushing them off.
It's absolutely wonderful here. And here we see the nano boost going on to Carnifex. So much damage coming out here. Carnifex gets one kill for himself. He's looking for even more. No, gets the sleep done on him. He's not going to find any follow-up on the back of that. Vonethil also juking back and forth on the sideline. Does put the bomb out. Doesn't find any targets with it though. But still staying alive. Advancing back and forward. Finally gets slapped down there by Dino into the payload. Starts rolling forward. It's desperation time now for Vonethil's team. 30 seconds left on the clock. If they can push that to 0-0, it will be huge. It's time for a big stall.
It's come out. Let's see what they can do. We're not seeing any divas come out here, but Vonethil has switched onto the Bastion. If he can get set up, he might be able to stop this right where it is right now.
This absolutely beautiful Blizzard coming out here from Crystal Gecko though, and it's done enough to actually capture the point. Unfortunately, Reinhardt couldn't even get near to the payload to stop it because the Blizzard, of course, is zoning everyone out. That huge radius just blocking everyone. Well played there by Carnifex's team. Of course, there's only 30 seconds left on the clock for them, I think, when that finished. So that's going to get bumped up to 1 minute. No, it's going to 20 seconds even, so about 10 seconds less than I expected. That's going to be bumped up to 1 minute. So even if Vonethil pushes to the end, he's going to get a free extra 40 seconds as long as he's over that 20-second mark.
That is right, although, of course, the extra 40 seconds will go to the other team as well. This game has been very to and fro all the way through, just as we has hoped. These teams are very, very evenly matched as we go into this next round. Have we got any change-ups on the team?
That's what I really want to see. I like to see Vonethil going back to that Roadhog, going back to the Street Pig. He's been so decisive on that so far. That said, it looks like the defensive team, I hope in my heart of hearts, the Crystal Gecko decides to stick on that Bastion. I love a cheeky Bastion, and because this is, this isn't the most intensive tournament in the world, this is a bit of fun here for the people at Lucca to enjoy themselves. I do like seeing some of these cheesy picks come out, but no, it's going back to the Mei. Honestly, he did play a fairly good Mei, did get a lot of value out of some of those Blizzards, did put up some good walls as well. I think he managed to save his team once or twice from a Graviton Surge with that. So he's shown himself competent so far and looking good on that Mei.
Definitely. I mean, Crystal Gecko's been pretty competent all day long. The only time we saw a little bit of a lull in his play was when he was was playing Zarya earlier today, but they switched him onto a Reaper, and from there on, once he's done nothing but good things. On the attacking side, on Vonethil's side, I don't think we've seen any changes. Vonethil himself has now switched to the Roadhog, but apart from that, I think everything else has remained the same.
Absolutely. So Vonethil looking to basically build up that nano boost very quickly, put it on Dalasar. Dalasar, again, another one of these stars from the show floor, looking real good on Reaper. I know I talked to Vonethil earlier, and he's saying that, yeah, our Reaper is actually really good. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get into position and knows how to maximize value on those important Death Blossoms. Didn't manage to get one or two of them in that last round, but should be looking good here. It should be one of the key linchpins in this team going forward. The gates are about to open here on King's Row.
Definitely, although this could be a bit of a deja vu for Vonethil here, as he played his Roadhog into a Reaper into the final yesterday and got destroyed by it, so let's see what happens.
Oh my god, it's a disaster already for Carnifex's team. 2 tanks going down immediately. That's so much damage reduction now out of the way. That's it. They've got to be careful they don't get wrapped around here. Vonethil moving onto the point already, and they're just going to shove them off. You can't run into a Reaper and a Roadhog. They're just going to kill you dead with shotgun fire. May forced to back out, forced to block everything on the wall, but the payload is ticking up and no one's going to get back in time. That's an incredibly fast take for Vonethil's side.
Wow, incredible play from Vonethil. Once again, landing those hooks left, right, and center, showing that he just doesn't miss. He doesn't care where you go. He's going to get you and pull you back for a nice big scrap gun cuddle.
Exactly. Vonethil, if you aren't familiar with him, he is the Lucio player for Fnatic, but he's very, very happy to show off that, hey, I can play more than just Lucio. A lot of the pros that do go into those support roles, very, very proficient on other heroes as well. They're just waiting for a chance to showcase themselves, and I like seeing them spread their wings a little bit at this tournament. Carnifex, however, just, down and out DPS player, always been a DPS player. Currently plays DPS for No Heaven. I think there might be a couple of roster changes coming up for them fairly soon. That said, we see Vince charging in once more, engaging the enemy Reinhardt. The enemy Reinhardt actually finds and isolates Gibber with a beautiful charge there. Vonethil coming in from the front line, just keeping the payload moving forward with that whole hog. A little bit of an over-aggressive whole hog out of him, perhaps. Doesn't land the hook as well. Like, he makes to hook the back of the payload, unfortunately for him. Still putting a lot of damage into that Reinhardt barrier. And also we have the Reaper just teleporting in behind. That's a bold teleport, but if no one spots it, it could be absolutely huge here. He's in position for a Death Blossom. Yeah, can he get any damage? There's a healing coming out. Does get one. Gets rid of that Lucio. The Ana grenade plus the Lucio, though, keeps everyone alive pretty much except for poor Putt, who goes down nice and early. But still, the payload is rolling forward. It's almost there at the end.
Well, we've got May coming in for those dirty stall tactics, although she's not quite close enough to actually stop it, and it's going to get onto the checkpoint with no problem. That hook comes out and pulls in Ana, and that's going to stop her charging her ultimate, which is going to be a really big deal for this last push.
And here we see Vonethil looking to try and find Fighter with a right click. Almost lands the hook, gets the right click, but it's right into the barrier. That's going to be nice and lovely charge for Fighter there as they do prepare for the next point. Now, the silver lining, I love talking about silver linings for Carnifex's team, is that they're going to have all 6 ultimates for the coming fight. Of course, the bad thing is that they have to defend this for 5 minutes and 40 seconds. That's going to be huge.
But he's hooked Carnifex.
Yeah, we see the Graviton Surge. Carnifex actually managed to survive. Everyone's caught in the Blizzard as well, so everyone's just isolated in one position. Carnifex doesn't even need to use the Death Blossom right now. Everyone's going down. Everyone's dying left, right, and center. We see Dalasar actually dueling with Carnifex. He's going back and forth. Carnifex picked up himself up a triple kill, quadra kill. This should be it for one of those teams, but it wasn't too bad. You got 2 big ultimates out of the enemy team there. You got rid of the Blizzard and you got rid of the Graviton Surge. But that said, Fighter's almost built up and ready to go again.
Wow, they've got so much time left on the clock, though, that they can push in and come into the next round with a huge advantage. And I do apologize. I think Tartex on the Ana did have his ultimate charged already before he died at the end there, so it didn't even make too much of a difference, but he didn't find somewhere to use it in that last fight. In fact, I guess he's holding on to it to combo with the Death Blossom as they can now.
Yeah, the big question for me is, can Gibber find the Graviton Surge to isolate everyone, and then can Dalasar get in there and kill absolutely everything? I'm expecting that to come out any moment now, especially as that barrier was removed. There's a Graviton Surge, catches everyone. Here comes the damage follow-up. Vonethil, I think, has the nano boost on him with the whole hog. He's just spamming damage in there, getting so much damage. Carnifex with the counter Death Blossom coming in. 2 kills, 3 kills. Can he find even more? Dalasar and him cuddling up against each other, but no, there, Carnifex gets the better advantage. Vonethil now frozen, just left with a May and a Reaper, just killing the hell out of him. He's going to go down to Jampy. Manages to get a kill on the Lucio before running away. You don't want to engage that too much, and gets back to the point. Very well held by Carnifex there, just swinging it back around with that Beyblade.
Absolutely incredible. Carnifex and Crystal Gecko say, you can kill 4 members of our team. We'll still hold you between the 2 of us. We do not care.
And Carnifex in a really good position right now. Actually, both Reapers are basically teleported opposite each other. And just looking out, here we see Vince going in with one of these aggressive charges. Managed to get Fighter. No barrier left on him. He turns around, drops the Earthshatter, catches one person. There we see the Death Blast coming out from Dalasar, but not quite enough. Here's the Blizzard holding everyone in position. Carnifex and Fighter just having the time of their lives, killing absolutely everything right now. Fighter almost good to go again. Fighter's been so good so far in building these ults so quickly.
Wow, absolutely great play from Carnifex's team there. I thought Vin's had the in. He pinned the Zarya, took her down to no health, turned around to land the Earth Shatter, but it just wasn't enough. The Lucio Soundbearer came out to save the team, and then Carnifex cleaned everything up.
Fighter having a good time there behind the crates, just spamming crouch as you do, especially when you're on a stream and enjoying yourself on stage. Fighter, as far as I know, is a semi-pro from Italy as well, making himself known. Our Italian casters know all about the Italian scene. It's stunning their level of knowledge about their local scene. Definitely involved with all the players there, so he's been telling us all this information. That said, Vonethil looking ready to go very soon with a whole hog, looking to get a lot of damage out of that. Finds the hook, gets the May, but May survives with a barrier and the ice block. She's just perfectly fine, but here comes all the damage out of that whole hog. There's no way you're blocking all of this. Can he find anyone in the pit? No, he can't. Still, a lot of damage coming out there, but here comes Carnifex on the replay. The hook doesn't land. He gets one kill. He's finding so much damage out there. Can he get the rest of the kills? Yes, he does. Dalasar going down. It's looking good for Carnifex right now on the home side, but there's still 3 minutes left on the clock.
Wow, absolutely devastating. There is still 3 minutes left on the clock, but this is going to be very demoralizing. They just can't seem to push past this corner. No matter what they do, they either come with it when they've got an Ana boosted Reinhardt or when they don't. They still can't push through. They are trying to change things up a little bit. Vonethil has decided to pick up the Hanzo. Now, that's an interesting pickup here.
Hanzo, the Manbo, Samurai Commando, as far as I'm aware. Absolutely astounding pick here. And I can imagine why. If you have all this time, you can actually afford to try and build up that the big Dragon Strike arrow. You set it up with your Zarya, and you kill absolutely everyone in a single combo. That's it. Beautiful Graviton Surge coming out. There's a Blizzard as well, trapping everyone in place. It doesn't matter if they've got the sound barrier. They're all going to be held down. Everyone's going to go down in good time as well. Carnifex just getting kill after kill after kill. Fighter, I think, fell off somewhere and managed to either kill himself with a right click or just jumped off somewhere. I'm not entirely sure what happened to him. Vince trying to get to the pit, doesn't quite make it to toss himself off. Dalasar does, however, and manages to respawn with the rest of his team. Vonethil on 50%. Can he get to 100%? Can he link up with Gibber is the big question going forward.
I think so. Hanzo does not take long to charge his ultimate at all. All he needs is a couple of headshots here or 3 or 4 body shots, and he will be on that 100% charge to go with Gibber's Graviton Surge. See what they can get done. The infrared arrow, for some reason couldn't remember what it's called. Sonic arrow, there we go, reveals the sneaky Carnax, and it's going to stop him doing what he intended.
It's definitely a nice perk of the hero. Carnifex going in there with the Death Blossom. Here comes the Blade. 3 kills, 4 kills. Can he find even more? Poor Vin stuck it out on his own. 5 kills for Carnifex, absolutely dominating. Dalasar actually on that high ground. Is Carnifex going to teleport up and he's going to get spotted out? Come on, can he get the kill on him? Yes, he does. Dalasar putting an end to Carnifex's reign of terror. This might give them a very slight opening. There we go. Wow, the cheeky wave. Absolutely beautiful. Again, I love Razzle Dazzle. I love seeing emotes and taunts being spammed. And actually, Dalasar in a really good position now for a follow-up. Is he going to drop down? There's the Graviton Surge. There's the Death Blossom. This is just what they needed. Dalasar killing absolutely everybody. And this should be enough for them to push towards the end here. But still, I think Carnifex has a chance to hold one more time.
The cheeky wave comes out again. Very well played by Dalasar there. Although I do feel there may have been a slight breakdown in communication between Carnifex there. Did they not know he was up there? They didn't seem to be able to react to it until he was on top of them with 300 damage per second, absolutely wrecking them to pieces.
Dragon Strike arrow coming out from Vonethil, trying to stop people coming out of the spawn in time, but that said, Carnifex's team have made it. They are reinforcing very quickly onto that point. Wynn's doing a lot of damage, though. Dalasar also on the side, killing and killing and killing. Fighter gets another one of these Graviton Surges out, but there's just nothing to follow it up. There's nothing to remove it. Beautiful choice by Vince there, and Vonethil getting pick after pick after pick, and they make it to the end there with tons, well, not tons of time to spare, actually. They managed to hold it just for 26 seconds, so this is going to be super close.
Identical. They're both. This is almost like we're going to a Season 1 tiebreaker here. Both teams have got about a minute left on the clock to try and take Objective A, although
1
obviously...
1 minute to 1 minute 4 seconds.
So this is going to be incredibly close. Obviously, as different to Season 1 tiebreaker, both teams are going to have a chance to attack. So we may even see this end in a draw.
Please don't mention Season 1. I'm going to have bad flashbacks. I'm going to have nightmares about it again now that you're reminding me about sudden death. Those were dark times indeed. Still.
Calming thoughts, calming thoughts. Season 3 is coming very soon.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. It's on the PTR right now. It literally launched on the PTR the day I had to leave to go to Italy, so I didn't get a chance to actually try it out. As far as I'm aware, there's not too many differences aside from how placement works. But anyway, 4 seconds difference on the time. That's actually not going to matter too much, being honest, with the way overtime works right now. That gives both teams about one really solid good push, and then the second push has to come in immediately after. That said, the defending team has to be careful not to lose anyone too early, because of course the run distance, well, from the attacking spawn, about 10 seconds. From the defensive spawn, it's more like 20. So if you trade 1 for 1, it's bad for the defenders.
Yeah, it's definitely very attacking favored right here. We're not seeing anything cheesy, anything crazy from either side. Very standard heroes on both sides, so they're just going to see if they can run it on in.
So here we go, we get ready. We see Vonethil back on the Roadhog, the Street Pig, making himself known one more time as he's going to be hunting people out with these hooks. He's been so good at it so far. And we also see Crystal Gecko swapping up once more onto that Roadhog as well. So both teams going to be looking to get a couple of picks early on. There we go, though. The hook comes through. The barrier goes down. He's super low right now. Does manage to get behind his Reinhardt's barrier, and things are dropping very low already. But that said, Anna Tartex doing so much right now. Oh my god, that hook just stopping the charge. And this Reinhardt is dropping so low. Dalasar gets himself an easy kill, but that said, Fighter still putting out so much damage on each side. Everyone going down, but if they keep trading 1-for-1, it's just going to be bad news bears for the defending team. Dalasar now left a little bit on his own. He's with Lucio doing a lot of damage to Fighter here. Fighter dropping to about half hit points. Is getting healed up, I believe, though, by his Anna. Someone also asleep in the middle of all of this. Death Blossom is ready to go. Can he find a good opportunity for it? Dodges the hook. This could be his opportunity. Graviton Surge goes out already, and everyone's just being held in place. This is absolutely crazy, but it's looking real good for Carnifex right now.
Well, Dalasar tried to do so much for his team there just to slow them down, but it just wasn't enough, and they're going to get this first objective. Let's see how far they can push the payload in overtime.
Yeah, this is the big thing now. If they have managed to take the first point in good time and have set up on it, they can get the payload incredibly far. I've seen more than one team basically push the payload all the way to the end, and I can see Vonethil has changed hero. He's going to try and break them off the point using this. He's going to set up on Bastion and just try and rake them down in a hail of machine gun fire.
Yeah, cheeky Vonethil has pulled out this Bastion not once, not twice, but at least 3 times so far this tournament. Let's see if they're expecting it.
I think they're going to try and set up on the high ground. They're going to let them push past the bookstore, and then I think they're going to try and set Bastion up in that little window on the high ground to just rain damage from above, get 1 or 2 kills off the back of it. That's it. It looks like they're not waiting. There we see Carnifex getting that Nano boost. He's going to be looking for targets, but meanwhile, Vonethil raining damage from above. Dalasar also raining damage from the ground. It's just death everywhere, and they manage to kill everything. Vonethil and Dalasar combining all that damage and killing absolutely everyone.
Vonethil, the tactician. Lucio players tend to have a better idea of how to approach a situation because they get such a good view of the battlefield when they're in game, and Vonethil has a huge amount of experience on Lucio, and he brought that into there with some great decision making, albeit a little cheesy. But yeah, it was a little bit fun.
I love it. I think that was absolutely brilliant. You know that everyone's going to have to stand on the point. They're all going to be thinking about that Reaper. You managed to sneak the Bastion in and get it in a good position. They're all focusing on Reaper. Even if Reaper failed, Vonethil's done so much damage that he clears the point, caps it, and if he doesn't kill absolutely everyone, he's probably going to have tank form because it only takes about 1,000 damage to generate that, and Bastion can do that in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, Bastion blinks 1,000 damage, no problem at all. Right, on the defensive side of this time, from Carnifex, we're going to see a Mei from Crystal Gecko, and everything else is roughly remaining the same. And we've got the same thing on Team Vonethil as well. Yeah, so the question right now is, can Vonethil do the same thing but get it a little bit further? They're going to want to get a fast early cap push as far as they can. As long as they start pushing it before overtime starts, they have a good opportunity to match what Carnifex has managed. That said, Carnifex, no stranger to close situations. His matches against 2easy pretty much were both nail-biters. The first one being a tie, the second one probably being the closest game on Route 66 I've ever seen. So Carnifex's team clearly has a lot of backbone. Oh, definitely, and that trend seems to be carrying on, and I really hope that carries on into our next possibly 2 games as well, just to round this tournament out in a truly spectacular fashion.
Yep, so here we go. In the wonderfully bright and saturated London streets here, we have changed to the in-game camera. It's just a little bit less bright and sunshiny. I know that the saturation on the static camera is, rather bright in our eyes, but we can't change that at the moment. We will try and fix that for tomorrow. Good wall there, splits off 2 people. Vonethil actually getting caught a little bit on his own, but the Zarya just keeping alive that little bit longer and keeping everyone nice and safe. So far, no picks on either side, a little bit bloodless at the moment. Its damage starts trading back and forth.
That's right. Normally a Mei wall usually means a bit of death for the team that's on the receiving end of it, especially when it nicely cuts 2 people out like that did, but there was nobody close enough to follow up with any damage.
What I'm watching right now is Fighter. Fighter has been just generating so much ultimate charge. He's already on 60%. Meanwhile, his rival on the other side, Jibba, is still on 30%. Although Vonethil gets a really good hook on him, but just not enough to kill him. Now Fighter's starting to really generate a huge amount of damage. He's building up real fast. He might have that ultimate available very soon. Crystal Gecko actually manages to drop the Blizzard as well. Vonethil almost getting knocked out of it. No, he gets frozen down. This is looking so good for Carnifex as well. There's only 1 second left. There's no one available on the point. Carnifex can go and hunt them down, and Carnifex takes map number 1.
Yeah, it's very, very well played from Fighter there. He seemed to permanently be above 80 charge, so he was just dealing so much damage, getting his ultimate charged up nice and big. And then, of course, you throw that Mei Blizzard as a defender on the objective, and there's nothing the attackers can do about it.
Yep, so we will be seeing play of the game very soon. I'm going to guess it's going to be Bastion. That's actually my guess.
I think you could be right, but it could be Dallas.
There we go. I called it. I have a gift for this.
I wanted it to be
I have a gift for
Delasar's
this.
Reaper, but it was all happening at the same time, and I guess it's Bastion, so he did more
But look at the
damage.
skills, look at the moves, look at the kills. Everyone's stunned in one place, and he's just drilling damage into them. It's absolutely beautiful.
Wow. He's literally holding his mouse in one place, drilling down, changing it, holding it in one place, drilling down. That was the best point-and-click adventure play of the game I have seen in a long time.
Oh, I love it. You know the old Team Fortress 2 meme of like Pyros being W plus mouse 1 and Winston kind of being W plus mouse 1? That wasn't even W plus mouse 1. That was just mouse 1. Absolutely impeccable, though. Great decision-making coming out of the team. Like you said, he's a Lucio player. He's a strategist. He comes up with ideas, and he came up with the Bastion idea, managed to sneak it into position, managed to get Delasar coming from the other side as well, so attention's being divided all over the place. These teams perhaps not as coordinated as they could be. There we go, a lovely player just staring right into the camera. Hello, and welcome to the stream. This is one of our players. If I remember right, that is actually Crystal Gecko. I think I managed to talk to him for a couple of seconds during some of the downtime, but Vonethil doing a good job for his team, but just not quite enough. Carnifex's team just having that little bit of extra backbone. Fighter definitely stepping up and helping save that team's life.
Well, he can't be feeling too bad after that game. The performance of both teams was very good there, and it really did come down to the wire. Just unfortunately for Vonethil, Carnifex came up ahead, which I'm sure the home crowd is very excited for, as he is the Italian player here at Lucca.
Unfortunately, I don't think we got to see the map list before we started this, so I'm not quite sure what the second map will be. Judging by what we've actually seen so far, it could very easily be Eichenwald, as we haven't seen Eichenwald so far.
It's either Hollywood or Eichenwald. It's something with a blue sky. I can see the corner of one of the players' screens from here, and they're in the custom lobby.
That could be Nepal, actually. I think that's Nepal.
Oh, actually, yes, that is Nepal.
So I think we will be going to Nepal next. We've only seen Nepal so far as part of a tiebreaker, but this will be the full best of 5 on Nepal. Deathmatchy style, I think this might actually go in Carnifex's favour. Carnifex brought out the Tracer earlier, looked really good at it, going up against 2Easy's Tracer, which is definitely no easy thing. 2Easy, definitely one of the better Tracers around. So this could be slightly in Carnifex's favour, and I imagine he's feeling pretty comfortable going into this next map here, especially with a Zarya-like fighter on his team.
Oh, definitely. That fighter has shown just how much he is worth, and I think you are right. Carnifex is coming into this one with a bit of an advantage, as Vonethil is the pro Lucio player, so he mains Lucio now. While that does mean he is incredibly good at heroes like Tracer, McCree, it always surprises me just how good these guys that main support are at DPS heroes, because they are just so good at these games. But he doesn't main it, and when it's going up somebody that mains it in a professional environment, they're going to have an edge. That means Vonethil's side is missing that incredibly strong DPS in what is really a deathmatch style map.
What warms my heart right now is that Merciless, for a while, had picked Mercy. Unfortunately, they changed back to Anna. It's more standard lineup. Vonethil actually picking up the Pharah. I'm curious to see if he's going to stick with this without a Mercy. They're running literally Merciless. I mean, Pharah is definitely not a bad pick, but I do like to have that extra safety blanket on her when I see her to give her that Mercy healing so she's going to survive a bit longer. That said, he's made it the correct read. No one on Carnifex's team can really deal with this Pharah as they start to engage on the point and start to poke at each other.
Oh, let's see. We got Carnifex waiting on the flank with Tracer, which is exactly what he wants to be doing. But now he's spotted the Pharah, and let's see if he can take him down.
And Anna just poking away, trying to land that damage. Vonethil actually caught in the corner. This is not where you want to be. Tries to jump off the edge and just sort of float away, but Carnifex just hunts him down, gets an easy kill. Of course, Pharah pretty good against Tracer. Tracer can't do anything against that until you land, and that's what Vonethil did, unfortunately. Now Carnifex has free reign, hunting down Merciless. Does go to half, does recall out of that, but has a pulse bomb as well. This is such a good position. Can he get the bomb? How many goes down? One goes down. Lucio removed from the fight, and this, I think, is going to be Carnifex just cleaning up on the point.
Yeah, unfortunately there, I think Vonethil showing a little bit of inexperience on the Pharah, because he was in the position on the side, and then the Tracer was there, and his jetpack ran out, and there was nothing he could do but fall down to the ground and stare down Carnifex's pulse pistols.
I don't know if you guys heard that as clearly as I did, but hearing Reaper say ciao, my lord, that was a beautiful rumble coming out of him in the Italian language. If you're wondering why it's all in Italian, well, it's because the Italians are managing the production for this one. Carnifex getting to that wonderful position on the pillar, just poking away, has backed away quite wisely. And Fighter already on 73% of his ultimate charge. I imagine he's going to try and build that up as quickly as possible. Vince, though, going down to Dynamon very, very early as well, so probably a good shot coming out of him. I imagine it's a charge, and another pulse bomb already. Vonethil lands the hook, kills him dead though. Vonethil healing up, pulse bomb, not going to be a part of this fight, but still, Fighter almost ready to go. He's going to be looking for an opportunity to grab absolutely everyone if they dare to try and push this too hard. There we go, 4 people caught in the Graviton Surge. There's a sound barrier, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save them, though no one's following up with the damage. We have Reinhardt coming in from behind, he's trying to buy some space for his team, but still they're not on the point. We're almost at 50% already, and it's looking quite bad for Vonethil's team. He lands the hook, but he's just going to get cut down. Not enough DPS to finish Fighter off there. He finally goes down, but that might be too little too late. A bomb just being thrown on the prone Vince there. That's just impossible to dodge that, and here we go. Can this Anna just needle out the Lucio? No, Lucio escapes with his life, but still 60% for Carnifex's team.
Wow, Carnifex is showing extreme domination now, although now that Vonethil has switched to the Roadhog, this is something that does have the potential to deal with Tracer. No matter which side of the argument you fall on about Tracer versus Roadhog, you can't deny that Roadhog definitely has good potential for dealing with her. Let's see if he can actually change this around and pull it out for a flip on this point.
Yeah, they've got to get to this point quickly. They don't want to be eating too much poke damage from Carnifex as he sort of needles into the backlines constantly. We hear the nano boost going off on both sides. Everyone's back and forth, but Dalasar gets himself a triple kill. You don't want to ultimate after the enemy Reaper's already started because he's going to kill you first. Dalasar manages to clean up for his team, but it's 90% to 6%. Still a huge amount of opportunity for Carnifex here.
Oh, definitely. One lost fight for Vonethil could be all it is to switch it around. And yes, there are many, many ultimate cases in this game where if they draw first, if they queue first, you need to back up and save yours because it's never going to work. But Vince charges in with a huge charge, but it doesn't connect with the wall.
Yeah, Vince, where are you going? Oh my lord, no way! The pillar blocked that as well. I'd be so frustrated if I was Vince. Vince went on a little holiday, went to the enemy spawn, and just got absolutely murdered. Meanwhile, Carnifex dropping a little bit lower, has to retreat out of there, doesn't actually quite want to use his recall just yet. Everyone caught up in the Graviton Surge. Fighter manages to pick everyone up, but does get slept out for his trouble. Still fighting all over the point at the moment. Crystal Gecko staying alive, trying to find what damage he can. Carnifex still incredibly low on hit points. There we go. He's found himself a health back. Dalazar trying to go for it, trying to find his way there. Does wisely retreat, is getting healed back up. Vonethil also getting healed back up. Just narrowly misses the hook. This is giving Carnifex an opportunity to try and hunt him down. Does get Zarya wall on him as well. Dropping so low. If that hook misses. Oh my god, he just deleted him. Not so much gets him, he just obliterated him with a left click there. Finally does go down to Fighter, however, as they start to push towards the point.
Wow, absolutely incredibly clutch plays there, backwards and forwards. I couldn't believe it. Carnifex was sat there on 6 health and he went for the health back, managed to get it, but couldn't quite take out the Roadhog. However, his team was there to protect
Vince is the kind of Reinhardt that I respect, although I don't necessarily want him on my team. He just charges. He just goes for it. He's looking for kills, and now Fighter, though, doing such good work with Crystal Gecko. Crystal Gecko getting that nano boost and getting the Death Blossom off in the backline. Picked up a triple kill for himself and looking real good right now. If Vonethil can't get to the point fast, it's just going to be all over, and there we go. First map goes to Carnifex. Well, first... I don't know, round.
First round.
First map, I guess.
It's really hard with these because, is it round? Is it map? Is it? I don't know. We'll have to come up with something.
I guess it says round there, so I'm just going to call it round for now.
Yeah, lots of to and fro there, but I definitely have to say that Carnifex is really looking like the stronger team here. That Crystal Gecko showing what we were talking about before with his incredibly strong Reaper plays. Unfortunately, we just had a huge stream lag there that hit us as well. Not sure what caused that. Hopefully, it will not be happening again.
It looks like it's fixed itself.
We don't seem to be seeing any changes on either side. They're going to be carrying on with what they're doing. This is a map that is very, very good for Roadhog. Not that he was poor on the previous map, but this is definitely one where Roadhog can do some real damage if he can land those hooks.
Yeah, and Carnifex actually sticking on the Tracer. We see Genji usually come out a lot on this map as well. There's just a lot of little alleyways for him to basically just dive his way through. If you dash through multiple people, it's builds your ultimate so fast. It can become so decisive. Everything is very close in. Genji rather likes it. Teams now trading back and forth. It looks like that hook just managed to pull someone right into the back line. Vince now backing up, staying alive for that little bit longer. Fighter also still building that charge. There goes the hook as well. Doesn't quite find anyone there. There we go. Vince charging in once again right to the back line. Risky play, not quite paying off this time as the teams do start to juke back and forth. Oh my lord, Crystal Gecko fishes another one out. Vonethil though, pulls Fighter off. Bye-bye Fighter. No more.
Wow, he lets him drop. He says, I don't need the ult charge. It's all about sending a message. Lets him fall to his death. And I can't believe Vonethil is still alive here.
Oh my god, he actually survived that. Zarya doing a good job putting a barrier on him. Kima alive. Jibba definitely coming to Vonethil's aid there and saving his life. Vonethil cleaning up as well as a result. Carnifex so looking ready to go and Fighter. I imagine, even though he's on 60%, the rate that he's been building ultimate charge, it's not going to be that far away. And that's such a devastating combo. The Tracer bomb plus the Graviton Surge could be huge.
Yeah, it could be coming up any time now. They also have a nano boost and a sound barrier ready for this fight as well, but the pulse bomb comes out straight away, but it whiffs.
Yeah, Dalasar Wraith forming just in time to survive that a little bit longer. Vonethil picking up another kill. Vonethil's just getting kill after kill, and he's deleted Tartex as well. It's looking so good for Vonethil right now. They're definitely making a big case for themselves, definitely making themselves come back into this game. That's it, they have to be careful. Fighter will have the Graviton Surge for the next fight, and they have Crystal Gecko on that Roadhog, on the Street Pig, able to use that whole hog. In combined with an Anarol, they could obliterate everyone.
Yes, they very, very easily could. This fight still won't end.
And we see Dalasar going in with a nano boost there. Gets himself a double kill, triple kill with the Death Blossom. Gibbo just cleaning up that last kill there. Vonethil not giving them a chance to even get out of the spawn at the moment. It's literally turning into a spawn camp.
This is incredible. Vonethil showing that they can dominate a game as well. However, Carnifex's team are going to be coming in with 5 ultimates into this next fight. It's going to be very, very difficult for Vonethil to hold this back.
Vonethil going to be looking to get another one of those big picks. Gibber, though, fires off the Graviton Surge. Graviton Surge coming out on both sides. Bomb doesn't do anything. I think the barrier stopped it there, though. Fighter gets a quick kill. Crystal Gecko now coming in with that whole hog. But Fighter doing so much damage. Carnifex starting to clean up as well. Everyone being bounced around by that whole hog. Finally gets cleaned up by Fighter, and they should be able to move on to the point from here and do a lot of good. Vince dropping the hammer, bringing it down, but not finding the targets he wants. It's just him and Vonethil. Now it's just poor Vonethil left on his own. He's taking a breather, but you've got anti-healing on your mate. That's not going to do anything.
Very, very well played by Carnifex's team. They came in there with 5 ultimates, but they only needed to use 3, and in doing so, they've built up 1 on Lucio as well. So they now have a sound barrier ready to go. Fantastic ultimate management from Carnifex's team.
And this is where it starts to get dangerous. This choke point can be so deadly with the tracer bomb involved. If Carnifex can find it, if Carnifex can put it down in a good location, it could be absolutely pivotal here going forward. Also, Dynamond, going to be looking for that big stun, dropping the hammer and hopefully catching a couple of people out. Crystal Gecko finally getting the better of Vonethil there. Vonethil overextending just a slight bit. I think he was pulled even further in as a result. Vince dropping dangerously low. There's Graviton Surge. There's the bomb. Yes, a kill. Wow. A quadra kill for Carnifex. Absolutely huge. I can hear the Italian crowd going wild for this hometown favorite.
Absolutely crazy. One of the most powerful combos in the game. Comes up big and absolutely devastates Vonethil's team. It was looking so good for Vonethil at the start of this game. They got 84% before Carnifex could even get the point to turn blue.
Crouch walking, sneaking through. He manages to find the Lucio, gets almost a kill. It's just not enough, and he survives. He manages to run away on about 5 hit points. That's going to be so tilting for Vonethil. He spent all that time crouch walking behind him. Doesn't quite get him. Dynamo now with the big Earthshatter just pushes his way through. Crystal Gecko also clearing out a lot of space here in the spawn. There's the Nanoboost providing even more damage. You don't want to walk into that. It's a hailstorm of garbage coming at you from Roadhog. Vonethil getting the counter. Nanoboost does get stunned up. As a result, has to be a little bit careful. Currently reloading as well. It's always a nightmare as Roadhog if you're stuck reloading. When you have a Nanoboost, it takes so long. It feels like it takes an eternity. They might have just been able to push it back to the point, however. Starting to advance even further. Vince leading the charge, and they might have just recapped it for themselves. About 15% in it on both sides.
Wow, and talk about Caster's Curse. After I praise Carnifex's team so much for their ultimate management, they then go and blow far too many ultimates on just pushing 2 people back into the spawn and don't even manage to get any kills out of it, blowing the gate wide open for Vonethil to come back into this.
Yeah, and the big thing there as well was Gibber did have the Graviton Surge, so he could buy a lot of time. Basically, Carnifex had to use Wraith Form just to get to the point to contest it, to put it in overtime, but as a result, Vonethil can come in, get a free and easy hook, and just kill him dead. So Vonethil evening up the score here on Nepal.
Wow, absolutely fantastic game from both teams there. Vonethil just coming out on top at the end, and oh my god, I'm exhausted. These guys must be dying up there.
Yeah, these games have been absolutely intense so far. We saw some brilliant matches in the semi-finals. This one is definitely living up to its final reputation here. This is what we wanted to see in the finals. We want to see these games go close. We want to see it go all the distance. And it looks like you might be seeing a change up here with Crystal Gecko moving on to the Diva.
I hope this sticks. This could be a lot of fun to see. It's not something you see a lot, but sometimes that Diva bomb can do some incredible work. Although I would say Village is probably one of the points that it's less effective on. And there we go. He's swapping himself back over to the Roadhog.
I was sort of hoping to see Diva. We saw Diva yesterday a lot coming out from Givlia, an Italian pro. I think she is actually one of the. I think she might be Fighter's girlfriend from what I heard as well. She was playing that Diva incredibly well for Cypher's team, and basically helped carry him to win the finals yesterday. Oh, manages to blink back and dodges the hook. Oh my lord, Vonethil. That was so close. Carnifex just getting the dodge out there. He's built up so much ultimate charge now already as he's dodged that first hook. Dodges the second as well, not quite landing. This is going to be a very fast bomb coming out of Carnifex now as he does get set up. A lot of damage going to Gibber's back. Can he land the bomb here? He's looking for it. Misses! Roadhog doesn't miss in return though, and Vonethil takes him out.
Wow, if you give Vonethil an inch, he will take a huge mile, and he turns the point over in his team's favor.
Crystal Gecko looking like he was considering dropping off. He might have probably actually wanted to take that deep plunge off the edge of Nepal rather than turn around and try and engage Vonethil, because Vonethil was having none of it. Deletes him from the map, and Vonethil looking good right now. 80% charge on his ultimate. It's going to be absolutely huge for him to stall up even further.
That is absolutely right. We've got Fighter coming in with a Graviton Surge. Should get charged pretty quickly into this fight, and possibly a Ana boost as well. I say possibly, definitely. It's on 92%. Let's see what they can get done. Dynamon
charges in, gets his area barrier just in time. Vonethil's hook not quite landing. Here we go with the whole Hulk though. He's knocking Fighter back, but he's knocked Fighter towards a large health pack, so I imagine he's going to be absolutely fine. Now he's stuck in the corner on half hit points, but Carnifex is there coming in for support. Carnifex cleans up on Vonethil, getting so much damage out in these team fights, starting to push forward to take the point. Dalasar forced to run for his life. I don't think he's long for this world.
He's not getting away. Oh, Oh, no,
Gibber doing such a good job, but no, he's hunting him down even more. Where's that teleport going? It's just going to the high ground. Oh my lord, Lucio, you took so much damage there. Dodging, juking, diving away, manages to go up the wall and save himself from Carnifex's onslaught.
And that, boys and girls, is if you are playing Lucio and you do have another support on your team, that is why you stick to your friendly support, because the Tracer's just going to have no chance of taking them out, because it is just so difficult to kill through the Lucio healing when you have that small amount of burst on Tracer.
Oh my lord, no, Vonethil, you're going to explode, and someone else goes with him. Jampy goes down as well. Carnifex getting huge value on that. Carnifex and Fighter cleaning up here, securing the point for even longer, putting themselves probably ahead on the score here on this third map of Nepal. This is so close between these two teams. I absolutely love it.
This is absolutely crazy. Vonethil is coming in now with 5 ults, and he has swapped himself over to the McCree. We haven't seen too much of Vonethil on McCree this tournament, so I'm going to be quite excited to see what he can get done.
Yeah, can he find the targets? Can he isolate and stun Carnifex, for example? Can he finish him off here is the big question. It looks like Vin's going in once again. These charges are absolutely crazy. Gibber following suit. Vonethil looking for him, but the stun just stops him. And there we go, the full clip emptying into him as area barrier is not going to stop all that damage coming through. Carnifex doing such good work here, and it's just poor Dalasar left on his own. He's going to Wraithform away, but Tracer is chasing after him. Can he survive it? Is a big question. Probably not. No, he gets cut down by Fighter and Carnifex.
Dynamond MVP, that Earth Shatter, saving their star player and allowing them to win that fight very decisively. That could have gone very differently if Vonethil had managed to land the right clicks, or sorry, the left clicks. He is a professional player. He would have just shot the Tracer in the head. None of that right mouse button action.
Exactly, just a single left click, no doubt going to be coming out of Vonethil. But I mean, if I was playing the Tracer, my life would have flashed before my eyes there. Dalasar going for an aggressive teleport there, trying to get up there. Does get the nano boost on him, but he's already on half hit points. Can he find the damage as well? He's been knocked down, so he's got nothing to nano boost. And so the team is just waiting for it. They let them take the control point because they knew that a nano boost, if Reaper's down there, if you drop down onto it, it's going to kill everything. That's it. That's a beautiful Earthshatter coming out. Manages to get absolutely everything. Here comes the Death Blossom. 1 kill, 2 kill. Can he find the third here? Crystal Gecko trying to run for his life. No, he's re-engaged, but it goes down. Vonethil also cleaning up in the back line. It looks like Vonethil is going to retake the point once more, and it's not a second too late.
Yeah, Crystal Gecko there realizing he was not long for that world to turn around to try and get whatever charge he could on his own ultimate to prepare him for the next fight. And it looks like next time they're going to be pushing in on the high ground, and Vonethil's team are repositioning to intercept.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like to see teams reset to this high ground. Of course, it makes it very adaptable for you. If they do come from the high ground, you can of course just juke back to that side. But that's it. Gibber's going to be looking for something. It's high noon, by the way. Vonethil trying to zone people out. Can just about see someone dropping down. What kills can he find though? Just holding on for so long. Just shoots a Wraithform Reaper. It doesn't matter. Dalasar's gone in already to kill absolutely everything. He doesn't need a Death Blossom to do it. He just sneaks in from behind and starts murdering people.
Well, that's what you do. You put those Hellfire shotguns right up into somebody and they just do so much damage. Vonethil there with very much the zoning ultimate, allowing his team to get in on top of Carnifex and absolutely tear them to pieces.
Carnifex's team got the control point to 97%, and Vonethil has just equaled it right now. It's going to come down to this fight. There we see Crystal Gecko going in with a nano booster Reaper, but still nothing coming through. It's just Vonethil getting the advantage. He gets charged as well off the point, so he's forced to Wraithform away. He's just isolating. There's a Reinhardt just waiting for him. He just says, bring me another. Come here, Reaper. I want to give you a big hug with my rocket hammer. I'm going to try and smash you down, and Carnifex can't get away, can't get to the point in time, and it goes to Vonethil.
Wow, catchphrase indeed. These games are going forwards and backwards. Vonethil, Carnifex, who's going to win? I have got no idea right now.
Exactly, it's impossible for us to call. I don't think anyone could guess accurately, and I think if you say, yeah, I know who's going to win, I'd call you a liar. I'm willing to say that.
Yeah, I would say so. Some fantastic plays from all the players on both sides there, and I would expect to see nothing change, and nothing has changed. Although Vonethil's McCree, we haven't seen too much of it yet because we haven't seen too much first person. So we'll have to wait and see if he can do some amazing things with the Space Cowboy.
And the McCree's an interesting pick here. It means that you probably have to actually reassess how you're going to try and defend the point. If you do manage to take it, with the Roadhog you want to be very aggressive, you want to be very forward, you want to fish through that choke point. But with McCree, you got to be a little bit more careful. You're not going to get those easy picks if someone makes a misstep and the hook finds its way into the backline. You want to be a little bit more reserved, stand a little bit further back. And oh no, Vonethil! Oh no! Oh no, he just got knocked. He just sidestepped up. No, he got knocked off by Fighter. The right click from Fighter just landed next to him, booped him off the side. And so instant advantage going to Carnifex's team. They're definitely going to try Caesar's advantage there. It goes goes the Ana. She managed to survive a little bit longer. Zarya Barry keeping her going for even more time, but Carnifex gonna have an easy first take here.
Wow, indeed, that was very, very unfortunate for Vonethil there, and when they tried to disengage, the Ana just could not get out quick enough, and she was easily taken down, delaying their next push just that little bit more.
Oh my, I still can't believe that. It looked for a second like Vonethil just stepped off the edge, but no, I'm pretty sure the Zarya right click came in and just booted him off the side, but that's a disastrous start, and it means that Fighter gets all that juicy free ultimate charge as well, so he's already nearly at 100% and just keeping people back in the choke. That's it, Vonethil coming through the side, catches.
Oh, he misses!
Oh no, he misses the shot! Doesn't quite land the shot, unfortunately he might as well have just right clicked. From what I've heard from the pros, the being on this stage, apparently they've had a little bit of trouble with some of the aiming, but meanwhile Carnifex picks himself up a beautiful pulse bomb and kills absolutely everyone.
Good old Graviton Surge Pulse Bomb combo there, coming up big, and I've got to feel bad for Vonethil there. That's got to hurt after the falling off the side on the McCree and then the flank missing the flashbang headshot on the Tracer. Now, it wasn't an easy one to hit, but still, you'd like to think these pros should be hitting that.
Vonethil changing up here to the Roadhog, going back to the street pick that he knows and loves, getting a quick pick on Dynamo as well, so definitely doing well for him so far as they do start to back up here. Vonethil moving to the point, going to try and contest the point immediately. If he can get to the edge as well, he can start trying to pull people off. We saw him do that to Fighter earlier. Can he repeat that magic?
I really, really hope so. In fact, Vonethil has now managed to switch it over, and we got Carnifex regrouping. No, see, these are the hooks that we're talking about. This is absolutely insane. How does this man land them?
And we see Dynamo also going in as well. There's the nano boost. Can he land the hook? No, he doesn't, but everyone's in a narrow corridor. You don't want to be here against a nano boosted Roadhog. He's going to do so much damage. Oh, Putt just using the sound barrier to save his own skin. It might be a bit greedy there. Oh, the hook just misses.
Just when I praise him for the hooks, he then misses a fairly easy one, but that was a big sound barrier thrown out there just for Lucio to get away. Lucio should have been biting the bullet, taking one for the team, and just letting them take him out so that he could bring that sound barrier in to do something much better in the future.
There's a risky push there coming out of the side door, but here's the Graviton Surge coming out of Fighter, manages to catch everyone. Sound barrier goes up there, keeps everyone alive. I don't think anything goes through, actually kills everything, but Crystal Gecko goes in and gets himself several kills. Dynamond also manages to launch someone off the edge of the map with the whole hog as well. Dynamond and Crystal Gecko coming through and saving Carnifex's team, giving them the advantage once more.
Wow, absolutely brilliant play there. The Graviton Surge baiting out the sound barrier so that when Crystal Gecko went in with his Death Blossom,
my God.
It was nothing
God,
but
that
red.
hook was absolutely dirty. I think it just went right round the corner and just grabbed everyone. Dalsar gets up dead. I just saw it. Thanks for putting me right in the middle of the team, mate. I'm going to Death Blossom and kill everybody. It doesn't matter if you land that first shot because you've got to land 2 shots to kill off the Reaper. And then once he starts healing up from those kills he gets, he's just not going to go down.
Sometimes it doesn't matter. You don't even need to have good positioning because the enemy Roadhog is going to give it to you. Wow.
That was hilarious. I'm not going to lie. I want to see that again. I hope that's play of the game because that would be beautiful. Fighter now pushing forward, trying to get what damage he can out. He's almost ready to go. Carnifex also going to be ready to go very soon with a pulse bomb as well. I imagine they're going to try and want to force this issue fairly soon as they do start to advance forward. There's another hook though. Crystal Gecko getting dragged forward. Luckily, the Zarya is there to just save him in time. Can they get the pulse bomb? Is the big question. There it goes into the backline. How many is he going to get? He gets himself! But still, he gets 2 more people in. It's enough for his team to hopefully push. But on this point, it looks like he's taking it. Yes! Down goes Talasat, and they've managed to take it. Carnifex giving his life for the cause.
Giving his life for the team. That is one of the worst feelings in the world when you're playing Tracer, when you throw that pulse bomb into a gigantic Graviton Surge and you blink to the right and all you find there is a brick wall that seals your own doom.
Oh dear, that might have been devastating for him. It doesn't matter, he's still got the point. That's it, we see Vonethil coming in here with the nano boost, dealing so much damage, trying to push Zarya off the edge. 4 Fighter just isolated, but Dynamo saves him from that fate. That's it, Vonethil just replays him over there. Now Fighter has to be so careful against Vonethil here on this Roadhog. He's been so good at landing big right clicks here. It looks like Vonethil's team's going to take it back right away in overtime. Just misses that hook, unfortunately, on the Zarya, but it doesn't matter too much. This area is actually isolated, and it's probably going to get picked off a little bit late, and that could be disastrous, splitting the spawns.
It could be disastrous. We've only got 10% left here for Vonethil to close out this match. In fact, this game. Sorry, I should say this game. What a hook.
Fighter going down is actually absolutely huge. Fighter, of course, has Graviton Surge ready. He was on high charge. He's been so vital here, and that will not be a part of this last fight unless they really, really drag it out. We see the sound barrier coming out, keeping everyone alive in that, but it doesn't matter. Dalsar is there, firing off the Death Blossom, getting so many kills, and it looks like, yes, Vonethil's team have taken it.
Wow, fantastic play there at the end from Vonethil. Very, very to and fro game. It looked at the start of that on the first map, it looked like Carnifex was going to absolutely dominate this all game long, and he did get play of the game. Let's have a look at what he did.
In this very bright and colourful play of the game with the Crystal Surge. Oh no! Please tell me it's not the ultimate. I think it is. No, it isn't. It's when Crystal Gecko comes in, gets a ton of kills as well. Tons of environmental damage coming down. I think he put a Pulse Swarm on to the Lucio Sambray there, did a ton of damage, and then everyone just came in and cleaned up.
Yeah, it didn't look like he did too much there while the rest of his team killed everybody else, but he must have had some impact in order to trigger the metric for that play of the game. Or, of course, you could just blame the spaghetti code.
Exactly. Who knows what makes play of the game work? Really, it's very, very hard to tell at times what makes that magical system. Sure, what it does, especially if Mercy starts getting involved.
Well, fortunately, Mercy's not too prominent in the meta at the moment, so we're not seeing too many Mercy play of the games right now.
Yeah, and this, by the way, is a best of 3, I believe. At least it was yesterday, so hopefully it is today. We haven't been told anything here at the casting desk, so I'm just going to assume it will be. So everything to play for now. Just in case you are curious as well in terms of prize pool, what is available, the pro players themselves don't actually earn the prize money, but the 5 other players who've taken part from the convention will earn themselves a little bit of cash for winning.
Yeah, what a nice little thing to do. Come to a convention, play a little bit of Overwatch on a big stage, get it broadcast to the world on the ESL channels, very big, very well known in esports. And on top of all of that, which to be honest, if I was here at the convention, I would have done myself anyway. On top of all of that, there is prize money, I believe, for first and second place.
Absolutely. So definitely a nice little bonus for these players for coming out and taking part and having a good time. And in my mind, that's what this is all about at the end of the day. And especially with this tournament, this has really highlighted what I love about Overwatch as a game. To me, Overwatch is a game all about moments, all about dramatic moments where teams come together, make something great happen, and we've seen that time and time again with these teams, especially today. It's been absolutely superb.
I'll tell you what, in the last 2 hours, I might even go so far as to say there has been too many amazing moments. I'm worn out. This is going to take me to an early grave, I tell you, but I tell you what, I'm happy to do it.
It's worth it. It's well worth it. You might have probably heard my voice has probably changed slightly since I started the cast because I've been shouting all day, but I've been enjoying it so much. I had such a good time. It looks like we will be loading into Eichenwald. Now, this is a map. This is probably the only map known in the competitive scene right now that is defensively oriented. When you get to that third and final point, it can be so hard to push to the end of the map once you start getting slowed down by that choke point. Once the door closes behind you, it's so difficult to get back into it.
Definitely, and with everything to play for here, I think we're going to very likely see a Mei on the defending side because with that single choke point that they all have to push through, her walls can be so very, very effective.
Well, this might be the brightest Eichenwald that you guys have ever seen. We're also enjoying the high saturation here. We hopefully will get that fixed for you guys tomorrow. It's just for the static camera, luckily for you guys, so it's not going to be constantly going on, but wow. Eichenwald is a very, very vibrant location at the moment for us
so
here
much fun.
in Lucca. That said, I secretly hope that Gibber stays on this Widowmaker pick. Widowmaker actually is interesting on this map because you have lots of places to launch up in the air, peek over the roofs, and you can get some real good kills.
Well, let's see if Gibber sticks on that Widowmaker on the attacking side. Let's quickly run down these teams. Currently, we have Carnifex on the defending team. That's the blue team with Dynamond, of course, on the Reinhardt, Crystal Gecko on the Mei, Tartex on the Ana, Poot on the Lucio, and Carnifex on the McCree, with Fighter sticking to his Zarya.
And oh no, Gibber has changed off the Widowmaker. It's not too surprising. He's been playing Zarya all day so far. I've been doing okay on it. He's been going up against Fighter, and Fighter's been doing incredibly well. That's it. We have Vince also on the Reinhardt, Merciless on the Ana, Gianp97 on the Lucio, Dalasar doing very well so far on this Reaper, and Vonethil on the Roadhog here.
Crystal Gecko there showing his love for the game, for the audience, and for the tournament. I've never seen someone do that before. Perhaps I have not played enough Overwatch, but that is awesome.
So here we go, teams getting set up and starting to advance out of the gate. This first choke point can be incredibly hard to take as the team does start to advance forward. Fire Strike goes through, gets a good bit of damage there. Vonethil actually taking a lot of hurt already. Has to be a little bit careful he doesn't start feeding the enemy team. Carnifex also doing a lot of good poke there on the McCree so far. Dynamond just waiting on the side there, perhaps trying to bait out Vince. Like, Vince has clearly been very eager to charge forward, but that's a beautiful wall there. Isolates everyone and gives him an easy charge. Dynamond just getting a fast kill on the Reaper there. Dalasar going down nice and early. This gives them plenty of time to just space it out, play it around, and hopefully they can maybe get one or two picks off the back of this.
Yeah, Crystal Gecko there showing exactly why we thought Mei was going to be a pick up on this map. But oh my god, how many headshots in a row can Carnifex land?
And you know what time it is with Carnifex? Well, it's about 5 minutes to high noon. He's just going to get ready to try and use it as they start coming through this choke point. In Fighter, especially, you can build up. It's a very good location to just grab everyone up in a big Graviton Surge and hopefully get a lot of kills. Vonethil jumping forward, trying to get what damage he can. Can he get anything with the back of this? No, the Maywall's blocking him. He's blocking his own team. There we go. He gets a double kill. Maywall drops down just in time. Dalazar dropping low as well. Oh my god, that headshot was juicy. And down he goes.
Absolutely fantastic play from Carnifex there, exercising incredible patience with waiting to get that high noon off, and I think he pretty much killed every single member of the team, and with that last one, it does seal it. He gets himself a sextuple kill there.
Absolutely beautiful from Carnifex there. Definitely was high noon at that specific moment. Even though May tried to throw some shade on the parade, doesn't matter too much. Definitely communication coming out of Carnifex's team here. Might be the Italian advantage just starting to eke out.
Could very well be. We do not see any big changes on Vonethil's side yet. Dalazar is building his way up to a Death Blossom, which could be a big difference here with the Ana boost already waiting, ready to go.
That's it. They're going to be so scared right now because May does have Blizzard ready, and trying to use those ultimates into a Blizzard can be so difficult, especially as people start coming through. That's it. Dalazar getting right into the back line, staying alive there. The Graviton Surge holding everyone back. The Sandberry keeping everyone up and alive as well. It's high noon once again, but no, it isn't high noon at all. Vince is there. He drops the hammer, brings down Carnifex, but it might be too little too late. Oh my god, the counter hammer coming out as well from Dynamon just holds everyone down. Fighter and Dynamon, the tanks, cleaning everything up here, and Carnifex holds once more.
Yeah, an absolutely fantastic sound barrier coming out from Poot there to defend his team and keep them alive through the aggression of the attacking side from Vonethil. But we now do have that Beyblade combo ready to go. That is, of course, the Ana boost and the Death Blossom from Dalazar's Reaper. Let's see if they can really make it count here and start getting some progress on this map.
And Vonethil changing things up as well himself, swapping off of that Street Pig, moving away from the Roadhog, instead going for the Cyborg Ninja himself, Genji. Is that a pro Genji? Yes, it is, but technically the pro technically plays Lucio. That's it. Gibber going to be setting up very soon with the Graviton Surge, but Carnifex's team doing a good job staying spread apart. There we go. Graviton Surge goes down, holds down everyone. We see the Nano Boost coming in as well, but Dalazar's in there, done 2 kills already. Dalazar just shelling out the damage right now, but getting knocked about by that Nano Boost. Reinhardt finally he goes down, he survives it with the Wraith form. Carnifex getting blown back now. This is looking like the best opportunity one of their team has had so far, starting to advance forward, holding back the Reinhardt with the wall for a moment, but no, the entire team is behind you. That must have been a nightmare situation for May. Yeah, Reinhardt, you saved behind the wall. Oh my lord, there's 5 people still behind me.
Absolutely terrifying, although I'm sure not too many of you will shed a tear for May in that situation. Carnifex did play his heart out there, absolutely incredible positioning, kept himself behind his Reinhardt's barrier, trying to do as much damage as he possibly could in order to help his team keep the objective, but in the end it just wasn't enough and they go down and Vonethil starts to advance this map.
Carnifex's team looking a little bit spread out actually. Fighter staying on the highest of the high ground right now. He has no one else really there to barrier if they do start to get picked off. Hopefully, he's maybe hoping that the rest of his team just engages beneath him and can provide barriers from above. Also, Crystal Gecko, though, looking ready to fight as well, has that important May Blizzard as everyone's going to move through this gate choke point, so it could be very difficult. That said, I really like Vonethil's change here to Genji when transitioning to this second point. Genji very good for sort of starting to take control of that high ground. He can easily move up round as we're seeing right now, and him and Dalazar are prepping for their position.
Yeah, that verticality is so important on this stage of the map when you're attacking, because it's so easy for the defending team to just get camped in on the high ground, and it's very difficult to get an advantage as the attackers.
And there we go, the Blizzard went on the point but didn't manage to find anything. Finally, Tartek's getting a kill. We also see Soundbarrier going off in the backline, just keeping everyone alive. Dalazar not managed to find any value, and there we go, Carnifex hunts him down, kills him dead. That's it, Vonethil finding results already. It could be high noon. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. Set your clocks. This could be a big one. No! He gets killed. Vonethil with the reflect gets rid of Carnifex. Now he's got the Dragon Blade ready to go. Cuts one person down, gets put to sleep, wakes up immediately. Hi, Zarya. How you doing, love? I've got a great big sword. Nope. Nope, not yet. There we go. Gets the kill.
Yes, the Genji chat up lines, they work every single time, I promise you. But Crystal Gecko, is trying to stall out on the objective, but sadly, even 1v5 May can't quite pull it off.
Absolutely, and now this is actually fairly difficult to get back out of the spawn. There's this narrow choke point that the enemy team could start spamming out of, and it can be a little bit difficult. The Reinhardt barrier already dropping dangerously low here, and we see that Vin's building up his ultimate charge nice and fast. Dalazar also getting a good position. Roadhog trying to sneak around. Fighter swapping off the Zarya so far, lands the hook, but it just pulls him too close. That happens sometimes when you grab a Genji, you pull him in and he gets too near. The left click doesn't all land and doesn't kill him, unfortunately. Vonethil staying alive that little bit longer. Crystal Gecko also swapping off onto the Farah. I hope we really see some really nice booping, but Dalazar in position, drops down, gets stunned, but it might be too little too late. No, he gets slapped as well, but meanwhile, Dynamon has gone out, killed absolutely everyone for Carnifex's team.
Don't know what happened with Dynamon there. Hopefully we may be able to find out with a play of the game later on, but they're not done. They're just cleaning all the attacking side off this point, and Vonethil's got to retreat with a Dragon Blade ready to go.
This could be huge, though. Gibber is ready to go with that Graviton Surge. Dragon Blade also ready, like you said, on Vonethil. So that could be the big wombo combo that they need to just clean up this final point, push it all the way to the end, and then start making progress on that third and final point. That's it. The hard decision right now for this team is which direction do they attack from? Do they try and go through the underside? And it looks like that's what they're doing. Instantly dropping the hammer, grabbing everyone up. This could be huge. Crystal Gecko in a duel right now with Vonethil. Vonethil isn't quite there, but they don't need him there. There's just so much damage on the point right now. They've killed absolutely everything. That Reinhardt corpse went absolutely flying. You think he's gone into orbit right now. Fighter trying to fight for his life at the moment, just using that whole hog to knock everyone back, but it looks like Vonethil has taken it.
Wow, good solid push there from Vonethil. Wow, stumbling over my words. It has been a long day, I do apologize. But he still has that Dragon Blade ready to go, and they may be able to get a bit of a snowball going on.
Yeah, although Carnifex might have something to say about that. So far, we've seen Vonethil and Carnifex dueling. There's been one reflecting McCree ultimate. I really hope we see another. It's one of my favorite things to watch in the world when a McCree does fall for that. I've fallen for it myself, certainly more than once, and you always feel incredibly silly when it happens. A lot of damage coming out from Vonethil's team. There it is. It is High Noon. He's dropped dangerously low. He's actually almost getting reflected. Killed by his own teammate. Misses with the pillar. This is Vonethil's chance. He's drawn the Dragon Blade. Everyone's got Sand Barrier on it, but it's just wearing off Vonethil on 19 hit points. Just starting to stick up now. Doesn't get too much value off it, but he's bought time for his team. There we see the Earth Shadow coming out. Manages to hold everyone down. Vince getting a lot of kills for himself. Gibber doing a lot of good work as well, and this is looking good for Vonethil.
Wow, the absolute patience of Carnifex there to not fire off that High Noon, because it looked so juicy, because it took so long for that deflect to come out. Perfect timing from Vonethil, but incredible patience from Carnifex.
And this is where the reinforcements start coming in. The Graviton Surge comes out, actually manages to catch a lot of people. The wall stops the damage coming in, but Dallasar might have a few things to say. He's got his Death Blossom ready, he drops it down. What kills can he get? He gets one on the Lucio. Crystal Gecko staying alive a little bit longer, however he's surviving just a little bit of time. There we go, the Blizzard on the point. They've got to stay on it. They want to push it as far as they can. Everyone's still alive, though. There's no damage to follow up. They might make it to the end here of Eichenwald.
Wow, closing out the final point of Eichenwald. It is notoriously difficult to do. However, they do it with only 15 seconds left on the clock. So all Carnifex needs to do is to pretty much push it out to the end to keep this game going.
Oh, Max, my friend, I like how you said all they need to do is push it to the end of Eichenwald. That's a daunting task.
It's a 50-50 chance, you know, either they win or they lose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's how statistics works, right? Unfortunately, in the world we live in, no, it doesn't. It's going to be very difficult, actually, for Carnifex to manage to push it all the way to the end there. The key is to basically do what Vonethil did. You want to get one smooth push, secure your foot in the door going through that portcullis before it goes down, especially, and then start advancing forward steadily. You don't want to give the enemy team also time to start trickling in one at a time, because the spawn distance is so close. They'll basically start running in one at a time and just keep stalling and keep stalling and keep stalling, and eventually you'll get overrun and lose.
Definitely, Carnifex here, a incredibly good hit scan hero, is teasing us by sitting there on the Widowmaker. They are on the attacking side, so he does still have a full minute to switch that up if he wants to, and I would expect to see that change.
So here we are once again in the bright and shiny and incredibly colourful Eichenwald square here, and it looks like Carnifex might be staying on the Widowmaker. I really hope so. Again, like I said, there's a lot of spaces here for Widowmaker to basically jump over, launch herself into the air, and basically land a beautiful headshot. Carnifex known as well in TF2 for his sniper play, so it definitely could be a big option here for him. He hasn't played a tank role so far. He hasn't been playing Zarya, for example, so unlikely to change, I reckon.
Oh, well, that would be awesome. I would love to see that happen on the defending side from Vonethil. We've seen no major changes. Dallasar is sticking to his Reaper. Gibber, of course, is going to be on the Zarya. We've got a Lucio, as always, although Vonethil himself is now bringing out the Mei, with Vin sticking to his Reinhardt, and Merciless, of course, on the Ana.
And it looks like so far Carnifex has not changed. I'm focusing on this Widowmaker because I really hope to see him play some beautiful sniper play. I want to see some beautiful headshots coming out of him right now. Vonethil looking for the wall, looking to just try and snipe people off. He's made himself known. There we go. The stop misses. Doesn't land the shot. The standing still Mei, unfortunately. That's not the best opener right now for Carnifex at the moment. Now Vonethil has a chance to reposition. He set himself up for a beautiful Mei wall opportunity.
Yes, and this wall could be all or nothing. At the start of the last game, we saw a beautiful Mei wall stop the attacking side dead in their tracks. Let's see if Vonethil can do the same.
Oh my lord, that hook was just dirty. Dragged Zarya right out into the middle of the back and an easy hammer swing. There's a Vonethil's wall completely on point there. Isolates the target with Dallasar just to get an easy kill of his own. Dallasar already on 50% charge. No, he might just get hooked out. No, he doesn't. He Wraith forms away. Reaper slipping away at the last second. The undying man himself surviving.
Excellent escape there from Dallasar. And of course, Carnifex has switched very quickly onto the McCree. He's gone to hide in shame after missing the static target at the start of that game.
That must have been so close. That must have been so frustrating as well for Carnifex. Maybe just a stage not quite working out for him here. That's a beautiful wall though. Isolates half the team. Here comes the blizzard as well as the follow-up. Everyone's stuck in a room. Everyone's going to get frozen up. Oh no, Putt. Goodbye, Putt. Goodbye, Carnifex. And goodbye, Fighter. Thank you for coming. Chill out and go and basically cool off in the back.
He did. He turned that small little room into a freezer, and that is the last place you want to be when May has Blizzard, is an enclosed space, because there is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and it's going to be a very cold and lonely place you are going to.
So 2.5 minutes left on the clock. What is available for Carnifex coming up very soon? They might have a nano boost looking to do a lot of damage with that, but fortunately they don't have a graviton strike to be able to do anything to hold them down, really. Maywall not quite catching anyone off there. Someone actually does manage to break through that Maywall. It's not something you see every day. There we go. There's the wall. There's the Earthshadow, though. Catches absolutely everyone. It's free reign for Vince. And here comes Dalasar as well in the back, but no, the counter Earthshadow stops it. Carnifex goes down, but everyone's still fighting. Everyone's still alive. That said, the Maywall blocking people over even more. And here comes a whole hog as well in the back line, just knocking everyone back. Fighter doing a good job keeping alive, staying whole, but has to get out of here. Vince has just killed absolutely everybody.
Yeah, Fighter pushed forward there, getting behind the team, but sadly the rest of his team was dying behind the choke, and there was nothing he could do about it.
Oh my lord, what a brawl this has been so far. 1 minute 50 left on the clock here as Carnifex does actually manage to push through. They've broken the choke point, and this could be danger for Gibber on Zarya. No, Vonethil, you've been dragged in. Down he goes. A little bit of extra damage coming in from the side just means that May will not survive here. This could be bad news bears here for Vince as well as he goes down. Gibber could be the last hope here. He does have the Graviton Surge. He could be able to grab everyone up here. It doesn't look like he's used it just yet. He's holding onto it. Reaper also going to be ready to go. Can they save it here? Dalasar, sorry, no, that's a Crystal Gecko actually being ready. Dalasar is dead, unfortunately, so he won't be part of this fight. Lucio buying a lot of time for his team, but it might be too little too late. I imagine they're going to cut their losses. No, here comes the Graviton Surge. Here comes the whole hog as well, just dogging everyone back, though. Fighter keeping everyone pinned. Point is being capped, but everybody is frozen. Can they contest it, though? No, too little too late.
Wow, they threw a lot into stalling out. I personally think they should have been holding on to that a little bit to see if they could do some more stalling in the streets phase, and that was indeed bad news bears for Vonethil's team there on the defense. Bears are not the best thing at bears are not the best thing at most of the time, and when they're bad news bears, that only means it's getting worse.
Don't you dare tease my idioms. I love that beautiful position from Carnifex there, getting a good kill on Merciless. Down there you go. Good hook coming out there as well from Fighter. Doesn't quite get the kill on the Lucio, though. However, he manages to dance his way away into the distance. Nice and safely. The Music Man surviving even longer. Carnifex now getting in position. It's about 5 minutes, I'd say, to 12 o'clock. What time is it, ladies and gentlemen? I think we know what time it's going to be very, very soon. It is high noon. Dalasar manages to duck back into cover. This is just purely turning into a zoning McCree out, but it's meaning that the payload is moving so far forward. Doesn't quite get anything. Dalasar now dropping down dramatically from the high ground. Can he find the ultimate? No! Oh my god! Gibber gets hooked down, gets faced down, and down Gibber goes. Dalasar's going to have to find a lot of damage here. He's got Merciless though. Vonethil hooks out. Carnifex doesn't get the kill. 9 hit points. That's 8 more than he needs. Oh my god! He drops down and kills him with a right click.
Oh, absolutely amazing. I really thought that was going in Carnifex's favour there, but that hook at the end really turned things around. Although it looks like Carnifex's team may still be pushing this payload forwards.
Yeah, Vin's looking dangerous there with the nano boost. That's it. The whole hog's going to come out. Bye-bye, Reinhardt. Enjoy your trip into the canyon. You might have knocked him too far there. No, down he goes. He has been launched, and it looks like they will make it all the way to the end here of this first point. There's only 15 seconds left in it, though. Dalasar coming in with a Death Blossom, gets 2 kills immediately. This might be enough for them to hold it. This could be enough for them just to linger on a little bit more. I actually read the wrong time there, though. They have 2 minutes still on the clock.
That's right. 15 seconds is what's left for Vonethil's side, which will, of course, get rounded up to 1 minute if this does go the distance. They've got 2 minutes left. There's enough time for a good few attacks here, and, of course, they will get more time added onto that if they make it to this checkpoint.
And Carnifex has warmed my heart. He swatted back onto the Widowmaker, looking for a couple of quick picks, but Vonethil instantly, with the counter, has gone on to the Winston. We did talk to Vonethil, and he did say his strategy was basically to pick whatever counters the enemy captain. He's going to be looking to try and find Carnifex. Carnifex looking to try and snipe out that sleeping target there. Doesn't quite find it. Reinhardt's parry just staying up. And Vonethil has to be careful here. Fighter's actually trying to hunt down the Winston, so covering that Widowmaker and not able to find it. Just gets the shot in the air. There we go. Gibber goes down instantly to Crystal Gecko. Another target, second target, third target for him. 3 kills so far in this fight. This might be enough for them to push it all the way to the end of this checkpoint.
Once again, Beyblade does exactly what it's supposed to do, and quite frankly, that PTR patch cannot come soon enough because we have seen this so many times today.
And down goes the front gates of the castle. Now they have 2 minutes, 30 seconds to push it all the way to the end. That's a big ask there. We see Vonethil jumping in. He drops down to half instantly. Uses Primal Race to stay alive a little bit longer, but might get just pushed into a corner. Whole hog so dangerous in this tiny little room. You've got to be so careful. He manages to squeeze his way out of the high window, I imagine. He's trying to knock Roadhog out of the pathway. He's just forced out back, healing himself. No one's willing to chase him through these narrow spaces, and the Fighter lives a little bit longer.
Wow, wow. Not quite sure how he managed to squeeze through there, but he did, and they are still pushing this forwards.
Absolutely. So teams now starting to advance through that choke point. 2 minutes left on the clock, but it's such a hard ask here, especially if they lose momentum going forward here. And looking at Vonethil's team, he has so many resources in his pocket. Gibber going to be so big with this Graviton Surge soon. I imagine the wall very far back. Actually, Carnifex getting a good pick on Wins. Vins might be a little bit over aggressive, but Dallasar was hanging around on a chance. Chandelier gets 4 kills for himself, cleaning up. Might get a fifth himself. No, Gibber finds that kill, and Carnifex finally goes down. Everyone is dead. Dallasar hanging around on Chandelier above the team, drops down and kills absolutely everybody.
Dallasar loving a little bit of spray at the end there, and the Beyblade exchange continues. It just is Carnifex's turn left, which could be all they need to push this out. We've got 62% on Crystal Gecko's Death Blossom, and we got 58% on Anna's Nano Boost. Let's see if they can get that up and see if they can finish out this game.
This is where it gets so hard, though. You're trying to push through May walls, going through 2 narrow spaces. The team gets split up already. Dynamon going down immediately, and all Carnifex can do is poke through, but he does actually manage to take out Gibber, so nice pickup from him there, but he's got to be so careful. Gibber's going to be back so quickly, and the May wall can stall for so long. Vonethil already building up to 50% charge here. It is High Noon, however. What can he find? Doesn't actually manage to get anything, gets put to sleep. Merciless saying, no, it ain't High Noon, it's nap time, love. You're going down.
Well, you know, high noon's a pretty good time to have a bit of a sleep.
It's a bit of a siesta, we're in Italy.
Yeah, the siesta. Exactly. The sun's high in the sky. You never know what could happen next. And a huge Earth Shatter. No, it only gets 1 person.
Oh, Dallasar from another Chandelier. You gotta check those Chandeliers, guys. Dallasar dropping down. Manages to get several kills for himself. Crystal Gecko now getting frozen up as well. And this could be it for Vonethil. He's buying himself so much time. Crystal Gecko, not long for this world. I don't think that 1 soul is going to sustain you, mate. Not for too much longer.
No, unfortunately not. With 20 seconds left on Carnifex's clock, they're going to have to push in this double quick time if they're going to do anything. In fact, Carnifex is onto the Tracer to try and get there as quickly as possible to start that overtime counter, and the Blizzard comes out to stall them.
This could be it. There's only 7 seconds left on the clock. Can anyone get to that payload to contest it? Yes, it looks like someone's actually made it there, but that's all they can do right now. It's just a Tracer contesting. The point is they can hunt it down. This could be it for Vonethil. Vonethil could have won it for today. He came 2nd place yesterday. Dallasar getting tons and tons of damage out there. Carnifex just juking for his life, trying to survive for as long as possible. This is it. I think Vonethil has done it. I think Vonethil has secured his final position.
Yes, Vonethil is our champion for today. He was the runner-up, 2nd place yesterday, and this time he has taken 1st place. An absolutely incredible performance from his team and from Carnifex's team as well. They've given us some absolutely amazing games to watch today, and it's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely, that was incredibly close between both of these teams. You couldn't have called it right until the end. Vonethil's team doing a great job, pushing smoothly all the way to that final point of Iconvol, and play the game going to Dallasar, the man of the chandeliers himself. Knock, knock. Hello, Reaper, coming out of that coffin. Look at this positioning. No one's checking him. He's even spamming damage down, teleports up there and just kills everything. That's what you want to see out of Reaper. Well played, Reaper. Great positioning. No one checking him for him there. Gets so much damage done. Cleans up. Beautiful stuff there coming out of Dallasar.
Yeah, that 3 billion damage a second, and of course comes out from the Anna boosted Reaper Ultimate. Sorry, I wanted to say Reinhardt for some reason. And of course, that is not an exaggeration in any way. That is the exact numbers that come out from that ultimate, and that is why it is so strong at the moment.
Absolutely. So we will have a little bit of a winner ceremony, and then I believe afterwards we're going to have a little bit of a treat as well with the cosplayers who've attended this event also coming up on stage. So we will have a little ceremony afterwards. If you are wondering what exactly this is, we are at the Lucca Comics and Games Convention. We've invited 8 pros out here. We've given them teams made up of people attending the convention just to take part in these little mini tournaments. We were running one tomorrow as well if you guys would like to come and hang out. The games will start at about 11 a.m. so I heartily recommend that's 11 a.m. Central European summertime, though summertime might end tomorrow. I'm not quite sure.
No, I'm sure it is tomorrow. Sunday is usually when the clocks change. So if it is, yeah, it is the end of October, but it will be tomorrow evening. So after we are long finished with the cast.
I highly recommend you guys to come and check it out.
Actually, is it Sunday morning? Oh no, now you've got me questioning myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I might be
it's
wrong.
confusing. I don't know either. Like, time zones are difficult enough. You start throwing in when summertime changes and it gets real bad.
I think you might be right. I think it changes tonight, which is Sunday morning. I might have to look this up in just a moment so that I can confirm the facts, because we do want to make sure that you can join us when we actually
no.
start.
Oh my god, we are at best of 5 today. Yesterday we had a best of 3, now we're at best of 5. No one tells me anything, it seems. So we have actually got another game. Oh my lord, I was closing it out. But we're actually going even further. So more chances for Carnifex's team here to bring it back. Welcome to Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen.
Excellent. This is a map that we haven't seen too many times so far, either yesterday or today. And Wow, I've got to say I am pretty exhausted after these games. They have been so intense. I am really struggling to find the words now. But Hollywood, I think, is one of the community favourites. It's definitely one of my more preferred maps out of the ones out there. And from the competitive scene, it is one of the maps that has always been in the map pool, always been seen to play on. One of the maps that we used to see Widowmaker absolutely dominate before she had her nerfs come in. And now we may not see her, although perhaps Carnifex may try again with the Widow, although he may be feeling a little bit sheepish after his previous performance.
Yeah, so my apologies, guys. Yesterday we did a best of 3, now it seems we're doing a best of 5. No one tells me anything. So I give you guys misinformation. Sad days for me. But still, back here on Hollywood. Hollywood, like you said, definitely came into the meta somewhat. I think Dorado might have overtaken it for a lot of teams for their second favourite map, but Hollywood's definitely up there. When usually we have these big tournaments, or usually you see big tournaments, you will see teams favour Kings Row, Dorado and Hollywood more than any other maps. And Hollywood, a very, very interesting map in terms of how it's laid out. First point, of course, is your standard little choke point going into the main point itself. Second phase, though, is the streets phase, where verticality suddenly becomes super important going forward. And here we see the normal intro video that we're just showing people on the show floor. If you are just joining us, there are people here attending the games convention that don't follow Overwatch, so just a little bit of an explanation for those guys in terms of what's going to be happening here going into this fourth map.
Yeah, just to confirm, I have now just looked that up. Thank you, Josh, for covering while I was busy looking at my phone. And yes, at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, so that's 2 o'clock this evening of tonight, the clocks will be changing back, so do be aware that although we say we start at 10:30 tomorrow, the matches will start at 11. That is actually going to be an hour earlier than it is if you're in the US, where your clocks are not quite shifting yet.
So welcome to Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, and looking at the team lineup so far, let's have a look at what's on the defending team. Vonethil going up to the plate first to defend. Merciless on the Ana. Vonethil taking up the May once more. No, he's going back to the Roadhog Street Pig, showing his face once more, or showing his gas mask, I suppose, once again. Dalosar, though, back on that Reaper. He's been doing so well today. Vince on the Reinhardt, Gianpi97 on the Lucio, and Gibber on the Zarya.
Wow, and the attacking side has got 10 seconds left, and of course, we're not going to see the Junkrat. That is a shame. I would have liked to have seen an offensive Junkrat here. I believe there is one pro that loves to run it. I can't remember who that is off the top of my head now. In fact, it does love to run it on Hollywood as well. Wow, I really wish I could remember his name. But we have got Crystal Gecko on the Roadhog. We got put on the Lucio again. Fighters sticking to his Zarya this time. We got Tartex on the Ana, Dynamond on the Reinhardt, and Carnifex is sticking to his hit scan, and he's with the McCree.
Could you perhaps be referring to Seagull?
No, not Seagull.
I know he doesn't like that Junkrat onto Dorado, especially if that's more out of defense as well. The hook comes in on Dallasar nice and early, but Dallasar Wraith forms away nice and safely, keeping himself alive as the teams do jockey back and forth for position. A bit of a slow push here coming out from Carnifex's side. Damage just being traded back and forth, trying to build up these ultimates. So far, I'd say these slow pushes have been going in his team's favor, so I don't blame him too much. As Spider generally getting the better of the Zarya duel, and when Zarya starts eking ahead of his rival, it can be absolutely huge. Hook comes in there, drags Vonethil out. There's a stun coming from the flashbang. Can he get the kill? No, he doesn't. Oh my god, the headshot in the air, mid-air headshot. Vonethil going down in the back line as well. It's high noon already, ladies and gentlemen. Earlier than we expected. The barrier does get shattered, but no damage falling out. That's it. Vince catches absolutely everyone, but it might be too little too late here. It looks like Carnifex's team might be taking the point.
Yeah, the kill feed has been nothing but red here, with Carnifex's team just very slowly edging their way onto the point without Vonethil being able to do anything to stand in their way. And does this man miss a headshot?
Oh my lord, it's absolutely devastating coming out of Carnifex. That said, he's got to be a little bit careful. He's ranging quite far forward. He's made his presence known as well. There's a hook. Oh my god, that was close. Almost got in by the foot there and dragged into the roof.
ID.
That could be very dangerous.
That is the offensive Junkrat player. I've just remembered. ID.
So as teams do start setting themselves up here on the high ground, this is normally where we see teams defend sometimes. Sometimes they prefer to go closer to the corner, staying more on the low ground, but with these Reaper comps especially, you like to be up in the air and you like to be sort of waiting to drop down on them, especially for someone like Dallasar, who's been so good at dropping down onto the enemy team so far. Teams jockeying back and forth, trying to find the position right now. This is usually about where we see this engaged team. Right now, Carnifex team looking good. Here goes the engage coming into the back. Oh my lord, there goes the hook, but here comes High Noon, but here comes the nano boosted Reaper as well. He manages to juke the High Noon, but is forced to sort of get stunned back. Great control out of Carnifex there, manages to zone out the nano boosted Reaper, then just stun him up before he can do absolutely anything. Carnifex's team taking the time here, getting a good measured pace and setting a good time here. Port ball, Reinhardt just stuck on his own back here. Vince getting a little bit isolated, trying for the charge, not going to quite work by Reinhardt. Hopefully you survive. Vonethil now jumping into the fray, does survive a little bit longer and deletes Carnifex with a single left click.
Wow, could this be what they need to turn it around? I don't think so. There's not enough players left on Vonethil's team to have any kind of resistance. But Dalasar is coming back in on the Reaper with a Death Blossom, and he's being incredibly sneaky here. Do you think he's going to go for the hero play?
I imagine he will. They're going to want to try something before they get to the second point. Dallas is just going to wait for the go signal from his team. They've got to buy their time carefully. Merciless also going to try and sneak up there, I imagine, just to give him that little bit of extra support. Won't be able to build the ultimate. Actually, Merciless push back. They've got to make something happen now. Now they're reaching out. There's the Graviton Surge. There's the stun. Comes down, gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost going down his high noon though, but Vonethil there with the Diva actually just blocks all of that. There's the spray and there's the wave. Beautiful coming out of Dallas out there. His team comes together, holds everyone down for him. He just murders everything except for Carnifex, who was left to Vonethil.
Fantastic patience there from Dalasar. If that had been me sat up there, despite the fact that I know there is a Roadhog and possibly a McCree in that big group of players, I would be so desperate to drop on top of them and press Q, and it would have ended very badly for me indeed. But he waits it out. He waits for his team to come in with a fantastic Graviton Surge, and absolutely it pays off for him.
And Vonethil getting himself into a little bit of trouble there. Defense Matrix stops a lot of things, but it doesn't stop that Roadhog coming in. Roadhog now getting the nano boost, not quite finding the targets he needs right now. Does manage to actually catch Lucia there with that Earth Shatter, so holding him down on the ground. The damage is just coming through from both sides. Carnifex, so getting the better of it so far. 2 kills for him at the moment. Dalasar now forced back. Watch this man as the Graviton Surge actually comes out, so he's going to just hold them back. This should be easy kills now for Carnifex's team. It's just Merciless left on the high ground. Dalasar trying to teleport away to safety. Can he escape? No. Fido just hits him in the back of the head and explodes that pumpkin.
No, he can't, and that also means he's not going to get a close spawn, so he should be pretty safe, although Vins here has got the forward spawn and may struggle to get out. Actually, it looks like he might have made it. There is no hook coming for him, and they'll be able to reset to defend this final checkpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. Dalasar looking ready for the next engage. Jambi also going to be ready with the sound barrier just to provide a little bit of defensive support, but this could be actually very dangerous. Carnifex can just sit back at this far, far distance and start poking away with the McCree, and when the time is right, he just drops the high noon and can kill everyone from long range. Fighter also switching things up, bringing out the Bastion, so I think it's time for El Presidente. I imagine he's just going to jump on the payload and try and shell out a lot of damage here. Beautiful transition, jumping down from the sky, but no, the hook comes out. Vonethil changing up, a Gibber gets the kill. Beautiful job there by Vonethil, not quite protecting him. And Dalasar again is stuck into the high ground. He's prepared, he's ready to go. He's waiting for that go signal, and he's just looking for it, putting the spray down already.
He knows. Oh, he loves his sneaky plays. Does Dalasar? He's got to be the most patient Reaper I have ever come across.
Oh my god, Vince! The pin. No, he doesn't quite land it. Carnifex saves him at the last second, gets a fire strike for his trouble. Oh my god, Vince with a beautiful, beautiful Earth Shatter there, brings out that sound barrier as well for defensively. So that's going to free up Dalasar even more. Has Dalasar actually dropped down yet? Have I seen him yet? Or is he just still waiting up there? I think he has dropped down because he's a little bit hurt. There he is. And I imagine he's just going to teleport right up to his sneaky little hiding place.
I'm sure he will be, and he'll be sat there ready and waiting. He, like you say, he still has that Death Blossom, and of course there is the Graviton Surge to combo with it, and there is now no sound barrier on the offensive team to protect from it, as it did come out there to try and help his team deal with the Earth Shatter, but it wasn't good enough. Let's see what happens now.
It was high noon for a couple of seconds there, but no kills as a result. Vince managing to block out a lot of that. Dalasar, I think, is still waiting in position, waiting for the go signal. Here he goes now, just launching forward into the team, dodges the hook. This is his signal to go, gets one, gets the second one, I imagine, very soon. No, Carnifex just survives with a narrow sliver of health, but doesn't survive the Hellfire Shotgun round afterwards. Kills him dead, and Val Putt running for his life. Can he get away? Yes, he will. Just gets into the spawn.
Just gets into the spawn. As we know, Reaper at any kind of beyond short to medium range does very, very little damage. Some fantastic flick shot aiming there. Not something you often hear spoken about for a Reaper player, but right there at the end to deal with Carnifex's McCree, he had pinpoint accuracy to stop Carnifex from taking him down.
The grab going out on Zarya, but Zarya surviving. No, just runs right into Carnifex. Carnifex now swapping up onto the Reaper. Instantly gets the nano boost as well. Just going to try and shell people down with those high damage shotguns and high speed movement to get him in nice and close. Huge damage coming out of him. There's the Earth Shatter as well, just stunning everyone up on Carnifex's team, but it's too little too late. That's it. Dalasar doing a huge amount of work there. Does get hit by the hook, but just surviving a little bit longer. Still alive in the Wraith form. People just stunning them up, buying time for their team to respawn and start coming back. There's the Graviton Surge. They're holding everyone in place. And Crystal Gecko coming out with all the extra damage. Just let's fight it clean up with a right click, and this is it. They push all the way to the end. Down goes Vonethil on the Tracer. 1 minute, 12 seconds, staying above that crucial 1 minute time.
Poor Vonethil, I don't think it would have made too much of a difference there, but he got a little bit caught on that big packing crate as he came in to try and delay the payload, but he did actually get onto the payload. However, being the squishy 150 health Tracer, he was not long for this world, because he knew if he pressed recall, they would have pushed that home anyway.
1 minute 12 seconds on the clock, and it's nice to know for your team that you are not going to give the enemy team any advantage. Sorry, I just got incredibly distracted right now, as I can see all the cosplayers that will be showing up later just walking past our casting bench, and they look absolutely fantastic. So do pardon me for a second, we're getting a little bit distracted at the moment. As teams do start setting up here, I'm going to be interested to see what changes they actually run with. Looks like Crystal Gecko going back on that Reaper once again, and Carnifex this time taking the McCree once more.
Right, we do still have a little bit of time on the preparation, so I don't necessarily want to talk about the attacking side, although it does look like this is going to be what they run with. I wouldn't be too surprised if they change. We've got Vonethil on the Roadhog, Dalasar on the Reaper, Merciless on the Ana, Vins on the Reinhardt, Gibber on the Zarya, and Gianappi on the Lucio. Wow, trying a little bit of Italian pronunciation there.
Oh my lord.
I'm sure that was terrible. I do apologise.
You're a brave, brave man for attempting that. But let's see if Vonethil's team can push it all the way to the end. Vonethil 2-1 up in the series so far. If they can make it, and basically, if they can make it all the way to the end here in a really good time, they set themselves up wonderfully going forward. That said, Carnifex's time of 1 minute 12 seconds isn't too bad. They shouldn't feel too disappointed with that. So very, very possible for Carnifex to claw it back and make it a 2-2 series, trying to tie it up here at the Lucca Games and Comics Convention. A little bit of a fun tournament for you guys to enjoy. They are just individual pro players with 5 people from the convention, although Fighter himself is a semi-pro Italian as well. I believe he's joining a team very, very soon in Italy, so it should be good to see more out of him. He's definitely been one of the standout players here today.
Oh yeah, definitely. And of course, of Vonethil's side, we've seen some fantastic play out of Dalasar as well. Let's see if he can carry on doing the Reaper that he's been showing us all day.
Absolutely. Team set up all on that high ground. Going to start shelling damage though with Vonethil's right clicks, just going right into that Reinhardt barrier. That's going to drop very, very quickly right now. Hook goes out, doesn't quite find anyone. Unfortunately, Vonethil has been firing those hooks beautifully so far today, and right clicks have been on point so far too as well. Vonethil goes for the hook again, doesn't quite find it, just bounces off that barrier, but barriers have just exploded. Expect to see 1 and 2 kills coming forward. It's been bloodless so far. Teams jogging for position, but this is actually not too bad for Vonethil's team. He's built up a huge amount of ultimate charge. Merciless on the Ana has got 91% already, and oh my god, the hook comes in, lands on the Reaper, but where did that go? Oh my god, Roadhog hook. Your hook is magic.
I'd be super mad. I don't know what happened there. For some reason, he was catapulted up into the air instead of hooking him to him, but I suppose it's a little bit of karma for some of the hooks he's been landing today.
I do believe I just heard High Noon go off, and yes, Carnifex gets a double kill as a result. There's just no protection there. Vonethil has to be a little bit careful as well. He was on the high ground, drops down, gets a headshot on Vonethil just to complete the kills, gets another headshot there on Vins once more. Carnifex doing work at the moment on this McCree.
Absolutely fantastic accuracy from Carnifex, as he's been showing us all day long. He knows how to hit that head. In fact, I don't think he knows how to hit a different part of the body with this golden revolver.
Absolutely. It's the golden revolver doing all the magic. I mean, golden weapons do give you that little bit of extra skill. It is certainly known. We've seen also like a Roadhog today. Well, not today. We saw him yesterday with a golden hook as well, and that thing was absolutely magical. I'm sure he was bouncing it off walls like a Hanzo scatter arrow. It was so good at going around corners.
Definitely. I can't agree more with that. Dalasar is really struggling to charge his ultimate here. He's still only on 33%, although there is an Ana nano boost waiting to go. They might have to use it on the Reinhardt here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful as well. Carnifex is in a perfect position right now. He's got a good overlook, but oh my god, Vonethil wishes about the sky. Vonethil's hooks have been absolutely wonderful so far, and Dalasar, in the meantime, gets that nano boost no matter what, just charges in, kills 2 people, might get himself a 3rd kill here. Can he find Zarya? Yes, he can. Now it's just poor Ana left alone. No, Reaper, have a nap. But meanwhile, the point is being tipped over. It's just poor Ana left alone. What can Ana do here? Tartex, are you the hero that they need? No, don't run into the hammer love. Down you go. And there we go. Vonethil caps the point.
Unfortunately, he's just the hero they didn't deserve there. But to be fair, there is not a lot, and Ana is going to do 1v5 on the objective, sadly.
Yeah, absolutely. This does set Vonethil's team up quite nicely for the next push. However, Dalasar built up a huge amount of ultimate charge from that last push. He's going to try and set himself up. Going to try and get into a sneaky position, no doubt, from what we've seen out of Dalasar so far. Vonethil also going to be looking for a hook on the lift. Luckily, there is just a barrier in the way, preventing that from just fishing people out as they try and get to the high ground. Dalasar waiting on the sideline, going to be waiting for people to drop down and then try and fish 1 or 2 things out with his Death Blossom. The team jockeying back and forth for position. What is going to be happening next? There we go. They drop down, but Vins is ready and waiting for them. Dalasar now coming in with all the damage. Vincent Dallas are dealing so much damage, but Dynamite has a lot to say about it. Swings down, so and now Crystal Gecko actually doing a lot. Carnifex with the high noon gets a kill on Vonethil. The hook was on its way, and he goes down.
It was halfway to him. All he needed was a couple points of a second, and it would have prevented that high noon, but sadly it wasn't to be, and Vonethil helps the team clean up this push, and then they can look to reset for another defense.
Yeah, teams do like to defend on this first corner here on the point. It means that even if you do lose it, you have a second chance to get back in time to defend
Do
right
they
at the
have
end
time though? Look what's going on here. They're already pushing the payload down, and they're not even onto the roofs yet.
And this is part of why teams like defending right at the corner rather than on the roof. It's so much easier to get back there in time.
Oh,
No, Carnifex gets fished out once again. Vonethil being on point, getting the better of him. That said, oh my lord, that Earth Shadow was absolutely on point. Everyone now being swept up into the Graviton Surge. Crystal Gecko just jumps into it with a Death Blossom, kills absolutely everything. Anna surviving thanks to that sound barrier as well. And down goes Vonethil's team. Beautiful combos coming out there. And Carnifex swapping onto the Widowmaker.
Wow, Carnifex being taken out incredibly early in that skirmish. I would have thought that would have been a big advantage to Vonethil, but Carnifex's team saying, we don't need our pro player, we can do it without our captain, we have got the skills. All on our own, but then again, Carnifex coming back and showing just why he is the pro player and why he is such a monster on those hit scan heroes.
Just landed a perfect headshot there on Lucio, deleted him from the game, and it's very hard to engage properly when you don't have that Lucio. Carnifex going to buy his team a lot of space with this. They basically have to stay safe behind the Reinhardt barrier if they don't get anything done. Shot raining on Vonethil, second shot lands on him, third shot lands on him, but doesn't get the head unfortunately, so he has managed to heal up. Now the vision is there, the wall hacks are active for Widowmaker. Beautiful headshot on Gibber, he's so low, managed to barely survive though, so will get healed back up, but it's so close right now. Carnifex looking around, gets the headshot on Vonethil, even while he was jumping, beautifully done there, looking for the Anna. Can he recreate the lore? Can Widowmaker beat Anna once more? No, it looks like he's just letting him go this time.
Oh dear, this is not looking good for Vonethil's side. They've got very little to answer this Widowmaker right now.
And oh my god, he just drops the whole hog, but instantly Carnifex just shoots him down. He was so low that he couldn't survive for that too much longer. Soundbarrier kept him alive for a couple of seconds, but Carnifex absolutely taking over right now. Widowmaker's already got another visor, but he's getting hunted down by Dallasar at close range. Reaper, of course, beating down Widowmaker. Oh my god, Dallasar with a cheeky second shot. It looks like he's managed to secure it, and the payload is rolling forward.
Well, they are going to get the forward spawn before they can get this onto the checkpoint. Is that going to be enough to stall them out, or are we going to be pushing into the final checkpoint here?
And Dallasar once again sneaking around the back, getting a lot of damage done. Vonethil swapping on to the Winston to try and deal with that. Oh my god, I just saw the Reinhardt actually pin someone against the wall in mid-air. Beautiful to see. But yeah, Winston coming out here to try and deal with that Widowmaker, try and shut it down. That said, Carnifex already swapped off it. It's not ideal here at that final point. Crystal Gecko getting Graviton Surge. He's forced a Wraith form out, but he's going to be coming in right now with the Death Blossom. Gets one, gets two. Can he find a third kill in time? No, the final kill is actually another bit to Reinhardt, but he doesn't actually manage getting killed. Crystal Gecko picking up a third kill for himself and giving a cheeky little wave.
Well, we're getting a cheeky little wave out of all the players at this late stage of the tournament, and it is a lot of fun to see. Very good hold there from Carnifex at what looked like was going to be a checkpoint take from Vonethil's attacking side right there. And then we've got 23 seconds left on the clock, so I think this is going to be the final push that we see out of Vonethil.
Yeah, Vonethil's team have to make it there nice and quickly. Vonethil swapping away on to the Genji now to perhaps try and get there quicker. Time is ticking down. They have 10 seconds to make it to the point. They're advancing slowly and steadily. They're going to have to make a move any second now. But that's it. Carnifex building up nice and quickly. Here comes the charge. Easy stun there for Carnifex. No big surprise there. It's going to be high noon any second now to try and zone people up. Can he find the damage? Can he get the reflect? Oh my god, it almost kills him. He fires it off too early for it to die, but Vonethil cleaning him up there with the final kill. We also see the nano boosters coming out onto the Reaper and onto the Reinhardt here. Dynamite swinging for the fences right now on the point, trying to keep that payload protected. Dallasar doing so much damage, but no, the charge comes in from absolutely nowhere. Dynamite just appeared and pinned him to the wall, killing him absolutely dead right there. Merciless now forced to run back. You've got to get on the point, guys. You've got to keep it alive. If you don't, then this is going to go to 2-2, and we're going to go to a final map here at the Lucca Gamescom.
Wow, this is really going the distance there. That could have gone either way. Incredible nail-biting finish. GG's coming out all round there at the end, and that was indeed a very good game, but just in the end there, it came down to Carnifex's team pipping them on the second checkpoint because it all just ended up being a little bit too red for Vonethil to deal with.
Absolutely. Carnifex doing an amazing job there as well, but Fired Up picking up play of the game. Fired Up has been so strong so far today, doing Zarya proud with some beautiful Graviton Surges. This, I imagine, is a Graviton Surge just holding everyone back. No way you're going to stop us advancing this payload forward. We're going to park this limo right in the middle of the VIP spot, and there's nothing you guys can do about it.
Indeed. I wonder what the final map is going to be, and the fact that we've got 3 cards there at the end that are red and no blue does show that the red team was asserting their dominance there. I do think throughout that entire map, Carnifex's side were a little bit dominant, although the game did come down to a nail-biting finish. I think Carnifex may have had that all day long.
So unfortunately, I don't actually know what the final map will be. I'm trying to think quickly if we haven't seen any maps specifically. We haven't seen one of the King of the Hill maps so far, have we?
Ilios. We haven't seen Ilios
we haven't
on
seen Ilios.
stage.
So I think we might see Ilios as the final map, if my guess is correct. That said, we might have a little bit of a delay here, as one of the players apparently, I think, had a little bit of an audio issue, so they're going to be fixing that up fairly soon. If you're wondering what this tournament is, if you are just joining us, no, we're not the World Cup. I know everyone's asking that every 5 seconds. We are the Lucca Comics and Games Convention. We brought 8 pro players out here. We've invited people from the convention to take part in the tournament, so each pro player gets 5 team members each to take part in a 8-player tournament every single day of the tournament. So we're going to do another one tomorrow. So far, Vonethil looking strong at the moment. Vonethil basically came second place in yesterday's tournament, does not want to come second place in today's.
No, he does not. He will not be happy about second place today. However, if he were then to get second place and then get to the final again tomorrow, he would probably be the most successful pro of the tournament, and that would be at least some props he could take home to Team Fnatic. I'm sure they would be very proud of him.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, Carnifex doing very well for himself today, teaming up with Fighter, who's been showing a lot of strength on the Zarya, but Carnifex doing very well. If you aren't familiar with Carnifex, he plays at the moment, I believe, for No Heaven. It looks like, oh my lord, that's Volskaya Industries, everybody's favorite map. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the tutorial for Volskaya Industries. Start your tilt now, because I imagine everyone like me gets this map about 5 times out of 10 in ranked.
Yes, we do, and none of us are the biggest fans of playing on it. It is a very, very beautiful map. However, it is very, very difficult to play, and a lot of us do not enjoy the chokes that this map has to offer, because it can be very, very challenging to push into.
Yeah, I'm going to do my best John Madden impression and basically say something that sounds completely inane unless you think about it, but Volskaya either snowballs like crazy or is a complete stall fest. Either you capture that first point and then have huge amounts of momentum, go into the second point, take it immediately, and you end up with a score that's like 8-8 on either side, or you take the first point, you don't quite snowball it properly into the second point, and suddenly you're getting stalled out constantly, nothing's working, you're not wiping the enemy team properly, and the defensive spawn is so near, there's so many different directions you can come back onto the point with that you can actually just take it and stall it indefinitely, basically.
Yes, you can. I'm hoping we are going to see the former here, and we have a really explosive 8-8 game, although I'm not sure if my little heart could take that right now. It has been a long day, and there have been some incredible games. The last 3 or 4 games that we have seen played up on this stage have been absolutely fantastic, going off plenty of excitement. As you can see there, Fighter is throwing his right clicks at himself just to show how much of a weightlifting bruiser beast he really is.
Yeah, going down to that halfway mark and then just shield regenerating back up nicely for the Zarya there. And like you said, this has been a long day for us, but it's been an absolutely wonderful one. Lots of exciting Overwatch action. This is the final map here for the final match. It all comes down to this. It all comes down to Volskaya Industries, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever wins this wins for today and earns his team a little bit of prize money as well. That's what these players want, but mostly for Vonethil and Carnifex, it gives them bragging rights and it gives them boasting rights in the bar later on today, which to these players is ridiculously important. You've got to have that ability to smack talk everybody else.
That is, of course, what they want, and we're seeing pretty standard team competitions from either side, although Dalasar has not switched off the Hanzo as I might have expected him to.
Yeah, Dalasar has been playing Reaper so far all day, but this time opting to play the Hanzo. So we're going to be bringing out those Sonic Arrows, going to be spotting people out as they do try and defend this up-front choke point. Pro teams normally prefer to stay a little bit further back, try and stay more close towards the point. This is normally where you see the solo Q strats, but Dalasar gets the pick on Carnifex. Just one shot, one kill there. Hanzo learning from Widowmaker's playbook. Apparently he gets the scatter arrow and explodes that poor McCree.
Poor Carnifex there, and this could be the opening that Vonethil's team need to get onto the objective, and it is red all over, and it's going to start going in their favor. In fact, I think Carnifex's team are going to back off, try and get out, let them take it, although Dynamont says, no, I want to throw a fire strike at you.
I want to throw a fire strike at you, and then I want to explode to Reaper shotguns. The reason why I laugh there is because Dynamo, of course, took Hanzo down and just showed that Hammer apparently beats Bow. Who knew?
Yeah, so far Rocket Hammer is measuring up incredibly well in the game of Overwatch. Let's see what happens happens on this final objective of the map.
And here comes the snowball. This is where you've got to be scared. This is where Vonethil can go and deal a huge amount of damage, hopefully build up his ultimate nice and quickly. They're looking for the Death Blossom here. Putt is running for his life here. He has the Death Blossom, he has the Zarya bubble, but he decides not to use it just then. He was a bit worried about getting stunned there. Now he comes out, Putt dropping dangerously low. Down he goes. Vonethil's team taking the point in incredibly good time. This is a snowball that they really want. Finding out, jumping on the point, gets everyone on the Graviton sides, but there's no follow-up. He goes down immediately as well. Dalasar just sniping him out there with the Hanzo. Dynamo Node staying alive though, gets the nano boost on him. Can he turn it around here with his massive damage? Yes, he does take out Hanzo one more time. Crystal Gecko trying to get onto the point. Vonethil though doing so much damage. Here come the rest of the ultimates here for Vonethil's team. They're holding it on that little bit longer. Here comes the Diva to help stall once more, but the hammer is just swinging around, destroying that mech in no time at all. Contest is on a sliver right now. Vonethil almost ready to take it.
It looks like they're going to get it here. Some fantastic play from Vonethil at the start of that engagement. Some great play out, getting the flashbang out of Carnifex before using his Death Blossom. Although he couldn't quite use it to get Carnifex, it got him very low, forced him out of the fight and took the Lucio out, and that started a chain reaction that ended up with them taking that objective.
Holy moly, that last fight. These snowballs are always so dramatic. It's always so tense right at the end of these matches when it does start to happen. You do see people trying to snowball it and then trying to stall it for as long as possible. Seeing Tracer come out, Diva come out, May come out usually, just to try and buy as much time as they can. But a really, really solid start for Vonethil. 1 minute 56 seconds, I believe it took him to complete the entirety of Volskaya. Now Carnifex basically has to do the same, has to try and take this first point on the first push and then just snowball it as hard as he can onto the second point with a little bit of ultimate advantage. When it starts dragging out, when it starts getting bogged down, that's when problems can start to arise. When the enemy team has an equalizer of ultimates, then they can use that to help stall out and survive that little bit longer on the defense.
Well, let's see what we've got here. Vonethil has decided to opt for the May on the defense here. This isn't necessarily one of the best May maps on Objective A. She can be particularly frustrating to deal with on Objective B, I found, but A, not quite so much. But we got Vonethil on the May, a Gibber on the Zarya, Dalasar back to his Reaper, Vins of course on the Reinhardt, Gianappi on the Lucio, and Merciless is as always on the Ana.
And oh wow, Lucio sounding quite interesting there in Italian. I've not quite heard that before. If you are just joining us in the feed, is in Italian because this is primarily an Italian event that they're putting on, so we're just sort of joining in on their production as the English side of the stream here. So they're doing all the hard work for the spectating. We don't have to do that too much. Unfortunately, Vonethil, we can't see what you're spraying there on the wall. It looked like an S shape to me, or something he was going to spray a heart for us to give us some love here back at home.
Or perhaps it was an S to say he is going to bring out an S rank May game on this Volskaya defense now. Let's see what it comes down to. Carnifex here on the Reaper could get a lot done. Carnifex into May just deletes the May when you get close range, especially when you have the accuracy and the flick reactions of these pros.
I think Vonethil was trying to reposition Merciless there on the high ground, and Merciless just had nothing to do with it there. That's what I do like this May pick as well, just for stalling and just holding people back. That's it, they get into the garage very quickly, but there goes a charge immediately. Wall goes up, but Wall goes back down immediately. Don't want to cut off your own Reinhardt there. Vin's now stuck on his own. Everyone though caught in this little tight space here. Carnifex gets frozen. Will the headshot land? No. Crystal Gecko throws himself in front of it. That big Roadhog body blocking those shots.
Yes, gets down Mr. President indeed, making the sacrifice for his team captain there, paying off well as nobody goes down to those ice shots at all.
And Vonethil now actually has found two people just stuck in that little choke point there. Carnifex now trying to get rid of Vonethil. Vonethil just wisely bottling up in the ice block. Here comes a Blizzard as well, catching three people. This could be enough for them to take it down. Zarya barrier just keeping Dynamite unfrozen for a little bit longer, but down he goes finally. And Carnifex though starts getting kills in return as the tanks try and hunt down targets. Gibber not going to be long for this world, and it's looking pretty good for Carnifex right now as he starts to push towards the point.
It is indeed. The point is starting to swarm with blue, which means it is going to get captured for Carnifex's team. But no, we've got a nano-boosted Reinhardt to try and slow them down.
And down goes the Hammered, but only one person getting picked up there. Carnifex shelling out the damage, finally gets rid of it. There's a nano-boost as well, just to secure the point. Tracer now actually trying to stall for even longer. Vonethil swapping there to buy some extra time. Of course, he just used the May ult. No need to stay on that May and stay holding onto any kind of ultimate advantage, because you just use it, so it's easy enough to swap over.
Indeed, indeed. Let's see if they can carry on with this push to try and get some decent time. They, of course, only have about 20 seconds left to equal Vonethil's time. So if they make this push, then we're going to have a very close game. But Vonethil may be able to stall this out.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to try and hold this off for as long as they can with these ultimates. Giver also ready to go. Vonethil gets picked off nice and early, though. The Roadhog hook coming in, finding value. It's an easy follow-up there. Here comes Carnifex with the ultimate. So much damage coming out, and they managed to secure the point in one big decisive fight. This is just what you want. Point is now starting to tick up. It's up to Vonethil's team to start getting back to the point. Vonethil has respawned. Can he get there in time, and can he survive to get that mate on the point? He's trying to get there. The wall goes up. There's the ice block. He's finally stalled it, but there's only a sliver left. Here comes Diva, though, with the reinforcement, and this is where it starts getting dangerous when people do start managing to come back here. People still on the point. I believe Diva is still alive and contesting as well. Carnifex getting rid of the support, buying some time. There we go. Very, very close between these two teams. This is just what we expected out of these guys.
Wow, these teams refusing to show like there is any gap between them in their ability to play Overwatch. This is absolutely incredible, coming right down to the wire. We go in at 2-2 with a very, very slight advantage to Vonethil's red team.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this to continue right now. This has been so close between these two teams. It's come down to this final map. Everything is to play for these guys. All the pride and a little bit of prize money on the line for the players. So if they start taking that little bit of advantage, then they're going to just snowball ahead, I imagine, and just take it for themselves. But neither team willing to give that up right now. This could not be closer for our final.
No, it could not, and we're very, very happy about that. Carnifex's blue side is going to be attacking first here because they have less time left on the clock, and it looks like they are running with the exact same team composition. There is a change up on Vonethil's side after he got caught out with that very out of position May at the start of the push onto the objective B. He has now switched from the May onto the Roadhog.
And so far, Vonethil has demonstrated once more that Roadhog's hook doesn't work by the normal laws of physics, but rather works by magic. Who knows what that hook can do? Well, Vonethil does. He clearly can make it do pretty much anything he wants. Certainly doesn't obey any laws that I know of.
No, he's shown us all day long just how much he can do with that hook. In fact, I'm surprised he has played anything else, because when he's been on this Roadhog, his team does incredibly well. When he plays anything else, it's a little bit sketchy.
Absolutely. So what can they find here? What quick picks can they go with? And also interesting to see no Tracer coming out on either side here. I do like to see Tracer on this map, just opening things up a little bit, especially if teams are trying to defend this front choke here. We do see the damage just shelling back and forth here. Reinhardt Barrier is getting a little bit tickled and starting to go down here, especially for the blue team, the attacking team. Reinhardt Barrier already dropping there, so a little bit of an advantage there. Hook goes out, narrowly misses. Unusual for Vonethil, but the right clicks are starting to land as well. He's been so on point with those so far.
Yeah, unfortunately that one just did not quite land, but that one did. But he blows it right into Zarya's barrier, charging her up 50 charge, easy.
Yeah, she does manage to survive as well, which is the big thing there. Jumps out of the way, and now Carnifex manages to get in, dealing a ton of damage here. Will trying to hunt down Vince here on the back line. Gets to the point, gets healed up, but no, Gibber says, no, you ain't picking up that health, man. That's my health. Get out of my point. Gibber doing such a good job here, but Fighter has something to say about it on the rival Zarya, who's been so good so far today, and they take the point in pretty damn good time. This is what we expect out of them.
They do take the point, but Carnifex fell millimeters from that health pack. I'm sure he could smell it, and unfortunately he has got the back spawn, I think, there, so it's going to take him a little while longer to catch up with his team.
A Fighter already running ahead, looking for people to find, looking perhaps to get his Graviton Surge up in a great place. They want to snowball this first point, this first push into the second one nice and quickly. That's it for Vonethil. The silver lining here is they're going to have a Graviton Surge soon. Merciless is also ready on the Ana, ready with that nano boost, and Vince is probably going to be eagerly awaiting. He's probably rubbing his hands together, looking for that damage, looking to get into the enemy team and start swinging that big glowing mallet.
I'm sure he is, and we've got his Graviton Surge ready to go, and there it goes. It gets 3, but they're behind the Reinhardt barrier.
Carnifex coming in here with the Death Blossom as well, getting so much damage done. Carnifex picking up a quadra kill for himself in that fight. The Graviton Surge comes out. Fighter setting himself up wonderfully. Fighter setting up Carnifex to get so many kills, get so much damage out there, and I think he's managed to do it for his team. Carnifex having a little bit of a sit down even. He's already done. He already thinks it's over, and he perhaps is right. 4 minutes, 22 seconds left on the clock. Can Vonethil match it?
Well, it's been a long day. I'm sure he's feeling a little bit tired at this point, so he just needed to have a little bit of rest on the final objective there. Unfortunately, the Tracer switch was not quick enough, although it was very, very close, but I doubt it would have done much. That was the decisive team wipe that we are always looking for when we're attacking on one of these two-point capture maps that allow you to decisively take it out and actually finish out the map. Otherwise, you end up with this constant stream of Divas, Tracers, and Mays coming onto the point and just running down your clock.
Oh god, I just had a flashback. Back when we didn't have one hero limit, those dark days, and you had 5 Divas coming out onto the control point, basically stalling it infinitely. The game would literally never end going forward. But here we go. This couldn't be any closer between these two teams going forward here. Vonethil sticking back on that Roadhog. This is what we'd like to see out of him. He's had so much success with that so far, and Carnifex staying on the Reaper.
Indeed, indeed. And we are not seeing too much change up from Vonethil's side either. In fact, we are not at all. Let's see if they can push this home for another quick capture. And we might actually be seeing that 8-8 score that Josh was predicting at the start of this map.
Yeah, it's a long day for us, but it's certainly a rewarding one. I love seeing these close Overwatch matches. I'm so surprised and so impressed by these teams that they've been so evenly matched, and it's just so dramatic and so good to watch. You might not be the top of the top, the proest of the pro meta, but it's been close and it's been exciting. I hope you guys at home are enjoying it. Just for a little bit of downtime and breather for us. I am Josh, one amongst many Pemberton. He is Max, totally futile. Berzon, I believe is his last name, as I forget it for a second there. So
it's an unusual name, it's fine. I won't hold it against you. But Vonethil's missing his first hook there as these guys exchange blows around the choke, but they are managing to push in onto the left-hand side here. Fighters pushing forward to get some charge. Vonethil misses yet another hook.
And oh my god, the counter hook comes in there from Crystal Gecko, doesn't quite land it, and Vonethil has Carnifex in his sights. He manages to grab and gets one good shot on him. Carnifex, Wraith forming away nice and safely there, so going back to his team, getting regenerated up, almost gets caught by a second hook, unfortunately. Oh my god, Vins, you've gone in deep, Vins, you've gone too far. The rest of the team now trying to catch up with him. Vins, can you survive? Oh my god, he gets the upside against two people. Vins goes down, but he manages to isolate a bunch of people here. This is a chance for Vonethil to snowball forward to try and get into this fight, but no, Carnifex is having none of it. He's got a nano boost on this Reaper. He's running forward, he's killing absolutely everybody. Carnifex picking up a double kill for himself.
That is it. That is definitely going to reset this fight here. Fantastic play from both sides. Although I have to say, I think we saw more hooks missed in that little 2-minute period than we have throughout the rest of this tournament. They just kept going out and bringing absolutely nothing back, not even an old boot.
Is this where we start tutting in a disappointed fashion, saying, oh, these Roadhogs, they're going under 70% hook accuracy or something silly like that. They've been doing such a good job so far today. Fighter, though, ready and waiting with the Graviton Surge. Fighter already 50% ahead of his rival in Gibber. Like, Fighter has just been doing this all day, eking out this big advantage on the Zarya play. He's so confident on it. Vin's going for it once more, just by Vin's. No, he gets put in the background. Vin's, you madman, you absolutely wonderful madman. Doing a huge amount of work there. Dallasar going in with the nano boost, though. Picks up a kill for himself, finds a second kill. Can he find the third? Fighter is just staying on the sidelines. Fighter actually explodes Lucio in a single right click and explodes Anna with the left click. Fighter doing what his name suggests and fighting for Carnifex's tournament win.
Yeah, Fighter refusing to go down without, well, a fight, I guess, and just taking out the Lucio and ending that push, which was looking like it was going very much in Vonethil's team's fashion, thanks to Dallasar's amazing bit of Reaper play there. I know, admittedly, a nano boosted Q isn't the hardest thing in the world to do, but after that, he was doing some fantastic shotgun work.
Vonethil landing the hook there, managed to get Carnifex, throws out the ultimate as well. People stunned, getting knocked around. Rodog on his back somehow in midair. That's absolutely magical to see. Though Crystal Gecko still finding a lot of damage in the back there. Putt staying alive, getting launched into the sky there by the Reinhardt, but does stay alive thanks to the Zarya. Carnifex picks up a double kill for himself, and Carnifex's team has to be feeling good about itself at the moment. They've already eked out a huge advantage here. It's 4-2 to Carnifex's team right now, and they're way ahead in time no matter what happens here. So Carnifex looking good for the tournament win.
That is right. They've already got an extra minute on the clock, and they are 2 points ahead. That means even if Vonethil's team capture this objective, they have still got plenty of time on Carnifex's clock that they're going to have to catch up to.
Absolutely, and Carnifex is actually ready and waiting to go. Is the nano boost ready? No, it's still a long way off, but there's so many other ultimates for him to combo with here that he could easily find something to make it work. And meanwhile, Vonethil swapping off of that Roadhog, the Street Pig, no more. He's gone for the Cyborg Ninja. Genji coming out here. Can he find the kills? Is he going to be looking for a flank maybe, as I can't see him here on the front line, so I think he's snuck in the back. There goes Carnifex, there the Graviton Surge comes out. Carnifex gets one with Crystal Gecko's out. Vin's going down as well. The Madman himself charging forward. Dallasar now has to juke away, trying to Wraith form away, getting hunted down. Will get smacked around the back of the head by the returning Reinhardt. Dallasar finally going down there. Vonethil just staying alive that little bit longer, but finally gets killed by Putt. Putt, the Lucio, cleaning up.
Wow, I think we're finally starting to see one team eke out ahead of the other one here as Carnifex and his team just dominate them, as they cannot even manage to push through this choke right now. Even with the Death Blossom almost whiffing as he got booped away at the critical moment, his team still managed to clean up Vonethil's red side.
And Vonethil will be set up fairly soon, though he does have 85% on that Dragon Blade. Gibber on 100% with the Graviton Surge. This could be a huge combo, and I think they're looking to get that together. There we go, he dashes right through, gets a ton of damage going into the back of it. There's the Earthshadow as well, setting them up wonderfully. Doesn't quite have the Dragon Blade yet. There it goes, though. He's right into a sound barrier, so not being able to swing too much into it. Gets hooked back, but stays alive, trying to carve up this pig, but just can't do it. He stays alive through all of it. Now he's going to avoid Fighter. Fighter cuts him out of the sky. die. Well played by Fighter there.
Well, sometimes no matter how much you want bacon, you just cannot get bacon. He must have hit him a good 3 or 4 times there, but of course, with his 600 hit point health pool and a 300 heal from the Take a Breather, that was never going to happen.
And Vonethil changing from one Shimada brother going to the other. And oh my lord, I didn't notice that the candles on Reaper's gun actually cast a light onto the wall. That's beautiful attention to detail there. But meanwhile, we do have Vonethil picking up the Hanzo, the Manbo himself, trying to spam some arrows through that choke point, get some vision going as well for the rest of the team. If he can find a couple of good picks, this could open it up for his team, but it's going to be difficult. Vince charging in immediately. There's the Graviton Surge, not catching anyone for a change. One of the few times we've seen it not get everyone. Vonethil, though, gets a good kill onto Crystal Gecko. Meanwhile, Carnifex running for his life on the backline. They retreated safely towards the point, and they might be able to just hold it here.
I think they will be. The Vince charges in, but there's not much he can get done. He just gets deleted by the shotguns. We've got Vonethil on the high ground, raining arrows down on them. However, once there's a Reaper in his face, there's very little he can do about it. And Carnifex knows what's going on, and he is looking all over the place.
Yeah, 40 seconds left on the clock now, and that's 40 seconds to take both points as well. Now 30 seconds. Carnifex must be feeling real good right now. I do believe there might be a little bit of time between the 2 points. If you do cap one, then you do have a couple of seconds to get to the second one. But it's going to be so hard right now for Vonethil, so I think Carnifex might have done it. This next fight's definitely going to decide it. Vonethil does have the Dragon Strike ready. Can he make something happen? But they've got to make it happen right now. Vince charging forward, does manage to catch the enemy Reinhardt. Carnifex just wraith forming through him. He's going to try and build up his ultimate. Get ready with that. There we go. Deletes him in one shot there. There we see Dalsar just teleporting on top. Dalsar been very aggressive with the teleport so far. There's a Sandbreaking over alive. Dalsar drops down, fires off the Death Blossom. Going to get any kills as a result. Gets one with Bud, but he hasn't got any more with it. And oh my god, I see Lucio. He's glowing. He's got a nano boost on him, but he's a Lucio. What's he going to do? He's just jumped in front of it, intercepted it. So no more for that team. Crystal Gecko now knocking everyone off the point. And Carnifex getting a nano boost of his own. I think he's a bit better than putting it on the Lucio right now. Dalsar just staying in Wraith Form. Please don't run out. Please don't finish. Down he goes. Vonethil, the only one left. Stun on him. Carnifex almost down. Dynamon comes in though, cleans him up and deletes Vonethil. One more. I think Carnifex might have done it. I think Carnifex might be our winner here today. Right at the Lucca Gamescom. Yes, he is. Congratulations to Carnifex.
Well, poor Vonethil, always the runner-up. 2 days in a row he has come second after making it to the final, which is an achievement in itself. But at the end there, after an incredibly close best of 5 that went to 3-2, Carnifex is the one that brings it home for the home crowd. The Italian player on the Italian turf is going to be a real crowd pleaser here.
Oh my lord, very well played by Fighter there, well deserved on the play of the game as well. He was absolutely crucial for his team. Here we see the Graviton Surge sweeping everyone up, and Carnifex just in perfect position, swings in with the Death Blossom, kills absolutely everyone. But Fighter and Carnifex combining, I think, here today, sharing the credit in my mind for bringing home that win. And poor Vonethil, like you said, forever second place.
Oh, poor old Vonethil, although like I said, if he manages to get to the final again tomorrow, I am sure that is going to be an achievement in of itself, able to lead 3 random teams to the final.
There are our beautiful Italian casters, but we're going to bring it back to us over here at the English casting desk. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm quite tired. My voice is a wreck, so I probably look a complete mess, but don't mind me too much. We will be going pretty soon to a little bit of a winner ceremony, and then if you want to stay around for a little bit longer, we have a bit of a treat for you guys. I can see them just off to my side here. We have a whole heap of cosplayers who've come out to the Comic-Con convention, and they look absolutely stunning, so I recommend you just stay around and check that out, because it's going to be pretty damn amazing. We can see a couple of them coming out already with some of the prize money. Widowmaker and Hanzo actually presenting that prize pool.
Oh dear, you never like to see Widowmaker and Hanzo on the same side, but they are here with the, what did you say, winner's checks that don't appear to have any money written on them, but it's first place there for Carnifex, and he looks very happy with himself, although perhaps a little bit tired too.
Perhaps. It's been a long day for these players. It's been a long day for us, but I love seeing these cosplayers also taking part. I can't believe that they're being presented by it. I love the diva in the background, the Halloween costume diva wearing a cardboard box. It's absolutely incredible. Cosplayers looking beautiful. There'll be a few more of them, I imagine, coming out on the stage as well to join them. Very well played, though, by Carnifex. His team really pulled together, showed the power of teamwork there, and looked so strong. Vonethil's team doing exactly the same. Between rounds, we had these little drafts for the captains to be able to change what their team lineups are. Vonethil, though, decided to stick with the team he started with, and I think that was a very wise decision there. And here we can see all these wonderful cosplayers as well joining in the tournament. Though it's a little bit dark in the front, I imagine they will be coming up to the stage very soon as well. A bunch of divas, as Diva seems to be very popular here. So 76 there, beautifully on someone as well. A Devil Mercy as well. I love to see the inventiveness of the community so far.
Yes, we have seen many divas while we we have been at this convention, it is definitely a very, very popular cosplay to come out. Although that is the first Genji I've seen, and it looks like he has put a lot of work into that.
Wow, that's an incredible Genji. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. I can't believe all the work. And then we have a male diva as well taking part. I'm going to just call him like Manva. And there we see Witch Mercy at the end. That costume, how quickly did you make that costume? Oh my lord, that only released like a month ago. Good God, woman. That must have taken some real work.
Wow, very good for them, and I'm sure they have very much enjoyed all the Overwatch action that we have had here today. I know I have, although I am definitely looking forward to a good rest before doing it all over again tomorrow. That's right. If you want to see us do this from the beginning, you can join us at 10:30 Central European Time tomorrow morning. The games will start at 11 o'clock, but the stream will go live at around 10:30.
Malfurion, you're not a bit lost here, Malfurion. Oh, good lord, we're having all the Blizzard characters actually turning up so far today. But from us, I think we're just going to call it quits here. We're going to let this play out for the rest of the day rather than trying to comment on the cosplay because we're not quite qualified for that. I'd rather comment over Overwatch. So let's just bring you guys back to us for a quick second, just while we get set up here. And just say goodbye. So I have been your caster, and we're alongside my friend Max here. So I am one amongst many. That is Max, totally futile Burzon, sorry, from the Cynical Nerds. Do go check us out on YouTube. We both do a lot of YouTube content as well, so we love bringing you a lot of this action. But yeah, we're just going to leave you guys to watch some of this beautiful cosplay. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary with us so far. You can find our Twitters down below. So if you have any comments about the casting, do let us know, and do provide positive feedback, Twitch chat. Well, not positive feedback, but constructive. Yeah, just positive feedback. Pad my ego.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Yes, I do. Believe me. Oh lord. No, constructive feedback. Twitch chat.
I still think you don't know your audience, but you carry on. You carry on.
I'll try. I'm an optimist. Okay, I'm an optimist. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll put you back on the convention floor for now.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.
Ta-ta.